Hello, everyone. Hi, listen peeps. Hi, X amount of words. How are you all tonight? Um, Today, how was your day? Uh, let's start this off on a good note. Um, how was everyone's day? Oh, man, I didn't say that. I suck. Oh well. Anyways, hi, Belle. Oh, actually, let me go to my thing. I'm sorry, I have to go to my chat and do something really quick. But everyone, tell me how you're doing good tonight. Listen, peeps, I'm doing all right. A lot of things going just craziness. That it's. Hold on one second. Let me. Hi, voices. Hold on. Where is she? Okay. Um, so I missed you too, Belle. Hi, Audrey. Voices. Let's just get right to the point. This is, and I can't stress this enough. Um, I I am not mentioning. Hold on one second. I got into this. Hello, I'm live. I figured you needed one. Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. So let me stress, and I cannot stress this enough. I am not mentioning any specific creator when I am talking about this, unless someone or something needs addressed. If it comes up, that is. Otherwise, what I'm speaking out isn't towards any one creator. Um, if you take this personally, then I'm not sorry because it wasn't addressed for you. So, I think a lot um have a misconception of me, and they think that I am, so hi Sam, I didn't see you. Hi, soft spoken, you know, oh the mom, just like the the mom of seven, she's like overly. No, do you like? I lived a life. I have lived. I do. I am almost more closer to 40 than 30. Let's just say that, okay? Because a woman doesn't, tell her age. But I'm not this meek. You could walk all over person. So if you think that's me, that's not me at all. Again, nobody, this is to nobody specifically. I'm just stating how what I want to say. Everybody's been talking this behind the scenes. Well, you know what? I'm not behind the scenes. So I can't tell you shit about what shit is going on in the behind the scenes. There was one time I was in a group chat, and it was, I did questions. I was questioning somebody. I asked, there were three other people in the chat with me to see what their opinion was. And that was it. And I addressed that person personally myself after that, and that was none of it. I just don't do the behind the scenes shit. It's not me. Um but listen, do you need to tell oh crap, hold on. Okay. Do I need to tell like a life story here? I didn't have a hunky-dory life. I had to grow up really young. My mother left at 13. So, you know, it was straight to the streets and became streetwise for me. But after a while, my grandmother took me in. And I had a child at 18. I'm not this, like, soft-spoken, how do I want to put this? Oh, she's a mom. She's just, oh, how's... No, not me. Like, yeah, I am a mom, but I will also, if you cross me, or I feel like you're crossing me or anybody that I care about, I'm telling you, I you'll see, you will see the ghetto me, okay? And I try not to bring her out. Yeah, validate. Yeah, I'm hoping, Gladys. I really do, because um I don't like this. Hello, Kim. Hi, Gladys. Yeah, I don't like this behind the scenes. Oh, this one said that. This said that. Like, are we fucking over back at in the cult camp? Are we? Because I'm just wondering. Um, I like I've heard things. Now, do I know if they're true or not? No, because I'm not. I don't indulge in high school shit like that. I don't have the time for fun, and just no, it's not. It's not even. It's not even. Why? Just my question is to, if you are doing behind the scenes shit, and like I said, let I need to make like a scroll bar. I am not mentioning any creator specifically when I am speaking about this. If you take this personally, I am not sorry, because it isn't directly towards any specific person. So please, no, don't take this personally. I feel like there's some shit that needs to be sorted out in our community. And it really does. Because for the greater good of what we're trying to do, this is all fucking it up. All this behind the scenes. Come on, you guys, really? What can someone explain to me what is going on behind the scenes? I would love to know. Hold on. I'm gonna make a disclaimer. Give me 1 second, you guys, because I'm not gonna be able to see chat. And then I am going to drop the link, because if you can explain to me, hi Raina, hi Miss Portland, explain to me what's going on behind the scenes. I would love to know, because sorry, I just have to. I mean, I lost subs earlier for addressing this. But whatever. I mean, obviously we're genuine if you felt you had to unsub. Because I said I was going to show you guys how to download the extensions and stuff. And for new creators coming up, how to figure out who is a troll. Because you need I'm a genuine ass bitch. I want to help. My motives are exactly what I say they are. So, all of a sudden, hi Lufa, Larry, is it choppy? Mother effer. How about now? Tell me if it gets choppy again, please. I might just have to switch mics. But I think it's the back cord. You know what I mean? But again, this is not directed at any one, and that when I mean any one creator. Or sub. Okay. So, got that. Had to get that on there. Sorry. Back to the chat. Yeah. Lufa, I don't ever see your name brought up. You're always I feel you've always been genuine about your intentions, even your feelings. Out, hi Ginger. But oh yeah, my link. Shit. Yeah, I gotta do that, huh? A few people asked about this, and I am doing. So I decided, let's do this live because something's got to give here. What is the issue? Why? So, I did speak with one person behind the scenes today, asking if I wanted to have a conversation, and yeah, asking, hold on a second, asking if I wanted to have a conversation and to let them know when I'm live, because this behind the scenes stuff, I guess, I decline all, right? Has been getting blown more and more, and it's just like a disgusting web just weaving its way right back to Natasha. It really is. Hi, Sofa King. Yes, where is this behind the scenes place? Okay. That's enough. Let me know if I'm choppy again, please. I honestly think that it is the mic. Hi, Granny's watching. Yeah, she is a witch. Razam. I can never say it right. Regime. Did I say that right? Yeah. I don't get involved in clicks either, but there are. Listen. It is choppy. Well, F this cord, you know? This is what I have to say. Should I switch? Let me see if I switch. Mother effing cord. And kids. Because, they have to touch everything. Where did I put that? Okay, there. Where did you go? Where did you go? This is probably going to be worse, but hold on one second. Okay, is that any better? Is that better? Are we doing better now? Am I choppy? Or is it better? I think that this is the problem. And this is what I wanted to address a lot too. I am I feel like this is a big misconception about me, and I want this to be known right now. I may be a mother. Like I said, I am closer to 40 than I am to 30. So please don't make me have to show you the side of me that I don't like being. I honestly, I can't. I don't like to be that way. You want to know why? Because it's counterproductive. What's the point of me going off on someone when I can use communication skills and hopefully get somewhere? And if I don't, I don't. And if that's me being naive, then that's me being naive. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just how I feel. Yeah, I'm soft-spoken. I can be at times, but get me pissed. You will see. You do not want to see me pissed, I'm telling you. I'm sorry. Let me get some of these. Alicia, that side when I was fed up and yeah, you can't help it. You just, is it glitching? Am I glitching or am I good, guys? Like, let me know what's going on. Should I switch to my other device? These kids, man. Of course, they were good until the second I got on. You know that. But I spoke to somebody for behind the scenes. We were gonna do a case thing together, and she had messaged me. This is my behind the scenes, and asked if I wanted to talk about this, and I said yes, more than happy. But I don't know how. Where do I go? Because am I in the behind the scenes? Is it me being discussed? What is? I don't even know what's going on. So I would love for some clarification. I'm warning you right now. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Kids are so lovely. I had them all in bed. They were all tucked in nice. I promise you, the second I hit that live button, it's like they come down the steps. Okay. Sorry. So, does anybody in chat have anything that they want to say? Because, like I said, I am not pointing fingers by any means. You guys, you're gonna have this a lot with me. My kids, it just happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. But does anybody feel or anything behind that has to do with this behind the scenes shit? And I'm trying to. Where's the can't either? I called a jeweler. I can't. Oh, what happened? Oh, that sucks. When joy breaks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then people unsubbing for me because earlier I made a live just discussing helping people and this behind the scenes crap. It was, and I am very, ask me, I will tell you if I have an issue with you, please. And I said that even in that live. If you think I have an issue, email me. I will give you a way. See, we don't have contact email. I'll give you a way of contacting me to message. You're right. It's like this big, like behind the scenes. Dun, dun, dun. Well, and you know what it reminds me of? Being over there. Honestly, because you never know who is the one being laughed at, who is the one being targeted, who is this, who is that. It's always something about behind the scenes with that over on the other side. Well, I hate the others, even saying the other side. Natasha, you guys are gonna get it. I can't. You're gonna go. Okay, go take up to bed. Thank you. Can you give her some juice? Thank you. Okay. Crap, her having these meltdowns. Then the same generating more. Yeah, it is. It's called sad fishing. But no, I would really like to discuss, and I'm sorry if I came in hot, and that was not my intentions. You guys, I just want to be specific that I am not aiming this at any one creator. And if you really took it upon yourself to unsub for me for that, then I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Please give me a favor. Because you know what? I probably will keep it as realist with you as I ever want. The realest I can without getting out personal information that does, if it is to a situation of that extent. I don't know. I know that, let me see if this person wanted to come. And I don't want anyone to feel attacked. You're letting her drop juice all over my floor, sir. I have the bottle. Okay. So yeah, the thing is that you cannot trust everyone. And I'm not saying just like keep your social freaking distance, you know? Literally. There's a reason for that. Because not everybody has the intentions. Like if I'm not saying that I am a saint, but I'm going to tell you like it is, honest. And when I saw like people unsubbing earlier, I was like, wow, I guess that they must have took that personally, because it wasn't personal at all. I never ever would personally attack someone on my platform without naming them. And I think we know that. Okay, well, we could delete it. Hold on. Damn it, Belle! Where is it? I can't undelete it. Well, it said, I'll tell you guys, Siren, he can suck on those prison pearls. That's what Gladys said, okay? You guys, honestly, like I said, I can't. Did I do it again? Okay. This is not directed at anyone. Anyone, meaning uno. Not anyone, just any, and then a one creator. But there are some things being said, and I feel it needs to be addressed so we could get this shit done, over with, and be counterproductive. Be productive. Let's get going in the right direction. Oh, girl, did you hear him talk? Yeah, in that live the other day talking about you. He's a freaking ugh. I don't know. Maybe they were trolls and they didn't want their troll accounts found. I don't know. Maybe that's why, Ginger. Because I told you guys I would show you how to do the extensions and stuff. Maybe that is why. Who knows? Raina, I see many stuff going on behind the scenes, but no one is showing proof, and it makes no sense. So you've seen it with your own eyes, but there's no proof? Like, I think I'm misreading that, so help me understand that one. If you've seen it, which I understand, you have your people to certain people, and I get that. Yeah, maybe it was out of spite. And Larry, like it is. You guys all know that's laughable for me because it's not about subs for me. Honestly, I honestly enjoy freaking laughing. I wish Lufa had come before all this shit hit the fan. Like that's usually what I'm usually at late night starting my stream. We're doing something fun. But a lot of things have been just not. I've noticed a big shift this week in people's way that they act. Respectfully, just because proof isn't shown doesn't mean it is happening. Some rather not expose confidentiality. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, for proof. And that's what I meant. I understand people's loyalty too, and that they don't want to expose. I get that. I get it. I totally understand. Agree. That's why I said that. And I'm choppy again. Ugh. Okay, here we go. I am saying many are saying, okay, there is stuff going on behind the scenes, but no one is showing the proof of what it is. Hopefully that that does make sense. Thank you. Yes. if I have to hear one more time what it like, but they don't. Okay, now let me explain this. There's behind the scenes people doing things, and then there's behind the scenes people that being done too. So the people that being done too, I don't feel necessarily have to go out and show their proof or anything like that. That's something done to them personally. But when it's someone like if they're, I that's why I don't do group chats. I won't. Hi, Joanna. Luke told me you said I befriended you to get to the glare. I supported you, and I don't want to believe that you never blocked me. My brother died, and I got angry, which I regret. Okay, Lufa, are you seeing that? Okay, so maybe see we got some progress going here. Joanna, I was paranoid. My daughter told me to block everyone, and you knew I was suffering for a while. I thought you were a tart with a heart. I'm sorry, Joanna. She's saying she's sorry, and she was very scared, and she hopes you remember. Hello, Nasa. How are you doing? I see that Lufa and Joanna. That was awesome. Yes, I love that. Did you not agree? That was awesome. The communication. That's all. Like, communication is awesome. The link is pinned. If anybody wants to come up, talk out what they feel the issues are, what's going on behind the scenes, anything, the link is pinned. I love that. I really like that you two got that figured out so easily in chat. Yes, and it is a big thing. Communication is why almost all relationships fail. What are we showing now? I am just peachy. My kids aren't. They're driving me nuts like usual. They're not listening and they have school. Like I have tucked in nice, like a little burrito, your kids ever ask you to do that, Mom, tuck me in, and you make them like they're a burrito. Well, no, they came out of their burrito shell. I like this, Lufa, and I like how open you're being. And Joanne, I hope you're seeing this and are receptive, and you are being very receptive. Joanne, I'm working on that in therapy. I shut down and ran. It is hard for me to trust, and I understand that, Lufa, and I respect that, and I love that you guys just got that and communicated that out in chat and worked that up. I will. We redact, and you can let her know to expect a show. Oh, wait. I will. We will redact, and you can let her know to expect a show on our channel. And you can let her know you asked for that at Reina S. Can you elaborate? Because I missed some content. Hi. Granny says, I want to access private messages or people's trust to prove that they are doing what they're doing. Yeah, I was the same way, but there was one thing that because they wanted to keep calling they called children's services on me, I finally said, F it, here you go. Here's a message case where he said you called the lawyer and emailed him at that. So yeah, I'm not that type of person, but I don't like being backed into a corner when it came to her. So I definitely did. I feel like a lot could be resolved with communication and going directly to the source. I hate that there's so much writing going on. I like that. Trenda, I have not seen you before, but I think I heard your name on panel with Brittany, or not Brittany, Nasa, that I did. All right. I'm gonna have to slow down chat. Greeny watching, but I am not doing any of these things, and so are my friends, and I'm not 100% involved. We have never. Okay. Let me add. Hello. Oh, I love that face.
Sorry about that. I had a bit of feedback there.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I had a little bit of a rough day, but we'll get through it, right?
Yeah, we'll get through. I mean, real high rough day, man. You guys, I have so many videos I have to upload. Hold on, my daughter just walked in, and I have to give instructions. Give 1 second. So can
no worries, no worries. I'd like to address everybody in the chat. Like, can we handle things how we said we were going to last time we were on Elisa's chat and talk things through privately? I'm not too sure what's going on. I'm still trying to catch up. I don't know what's been going on for the past week and a half. I want to be in the loop of things. And I think we are all adults and we can handle this maturely and we can talk this out.
Yeah, I would like communication. And if anybody feels like they need to communicate, let's do this. I like I said, this is not directed at any one creator or sub. Are you guys not sick of hearing that, like, this behind the scenes? Welcome for your first time. Thank you. Make sure you sub my trend up. Nicolette. Oh my gosh, children. Yeah. You slam.
Alicia, if I cut it in and out, it's my internet, I swear. Are you still there? If anybody can hear me in chat, can you tell me? Okay, good. Alicia obviously had to step away for a second. Can we resolve this? Is there a middle ground that we can all meet on so we can talk this out? And find out what is exactly going on, please?
Can you guys hear me? Oh man. Nisa, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear me though? Okay. Nisa, drop out and come back in.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Well,
Ooh la
sorry,
la.
I was reading chat. I can never do this on the phone properly.
Yeah,
Sorry
I had to
about
move
that.
my phone. Does anybody know a good router to buy? Definitely send me the info. I have no clue what Chad has said now because I had no clue that I was frozen.
I said they can hear you.
Say that again.
Chat said that they can hear you. And that's
Okay, good. I'm gonna put my headphones in so I could hear you loud and clear. And then Nicolette, what are you gonna do?
Mom, I can say a panda and China, Deshaun Mayu.
Very good. She could say panda in Chinese.
That's adorable.
But I need you to go, please. This is adult talk. And you know it's way past your bedtime. It's a school night.
What time is it?
It is 9:56. Good night. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have no clue even what's going on in chat, so let me go. Okay, let's see what's going on. Boss, this is the first one I see. Boston named me, or Kim, you. Yeah, she named me, Foz, Holly, DTOS, and Melissa. I was like, what are you talking about? She told me, don't be sneaky. We have screenshots of. Okay. I'm sorry that happened. I'm trying to look through chat, guys. I'm sorry because I didn't realize that I was frozen. I was talking away. So Nasa, I didn't even get to hear what you said.
All I want to know is if we could just communicate and find out what's going on, because we're getting accused of all this mastermind behind the scenes, and I'm really confused by it all. Is this
Okay,
because
so
we
you're
started a channel in support of people leaving, just having a different approach to it?
okay. So, let's see. I don't know. This is why I like communication. Allegedly with Brittany, you never told anyone that you can't go in our chat if I'm there. Won't be their friend if they're friends with me. I don't know. Brittany, did that happen? Wait, do I have another guess? Oh, I do. Hold on. Hello,
Nasa,
Brittany.
Hey, Brittany,
Nasa, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Alicia
Okay,
could hear you.
okay, I just need 1 second to tell Nasa something in the private chat. Just a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Nasa, can you read
Um,
private chat?
Yeah, 1 second here.
Lufa's back. I can't handle the whole if you're my friend, yeah, I understand that. We're all adults. It's YouTube. Yeah, agreed. I like the communication going on here in this chat. Hi, Alexa. Whoa,
Please, please,
what was that about? Is there a fire?
Mom, please.
No, kids. Ah, I know the feeling. Sorry for anybody who had headphones in. That was
Okay, so my son
No
is still awake.
shame in Alicia. We all have kids.
Yeah, and you're
kids
gonna
like
hear
to
my
be a
kids.
part of everything.
yeah. Don't worry, you're gonna hear mine too.
Okay, and that doesn't mean that I'm not taking care of my kids. I just want to state that because a troll come in last time I was here and
Oh,
said
I
that
think that
I
was
needed
to
to take
me.
care of my kids.
That was probably
So
directed to me.
I don't know, but
Oh yeah, they direct that to me all the time.
No mom
Oh,
shaming
That
people. Let's all be mature here.
yeah, right.
Brittany said she has no idea what Dorothy is talking about. I'm not involved in that and won't entertain this either. And you know what was said? None of you came to me privately, and I'm not doing this. Yeah, that's a big thing too.
Okay, but I have a question.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Like this is what I wanted to say. If you guys want to know me or have a question or want to ask me, hey, did you do this? I have an email. Reach out to people. They know how to get a hold of me. It's as easy as that. So please don't take other people's words for face value. When because I will tell you exactly how I feel. Oh, you're leaving, Granny?
That's exactly how I feel too. You can come talk to me directly and
Okay,
I'll tell you
Elise,
anything.
Jessica, I want
so
to talk to you though, because I wanna address that comment. Myself personally, I didn't reach out to you because I was accused of being a mob type mentality.
Yeah.
And when we were up on panel, you said we should talk behind the scenes, and I said, yes, I agree. So I presumed, which is wrong of me, but I presumed you'd be reaching out to us because we don't want you to feel that way.
I don't know if Granny's still here.
I'm not too sure
I,
either, but I'm hoping she'll watch it on the replay.
I'm okay. So okay, just explain to me how private conversations constitute running a smear campaign. Because the last I checked, when you're running a smear campaign against someone, you're going from creator to creator, sub to sub, and you're slandering a person's name and
Yeah, I've had
just
that.
smearing them through the mud. I mean, we've not one of us have done that. Not one of
Um,
us.
I I think that um and I don't want to speak for Granny's watching. Um Things have been sent to her and told to her, so I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to speak for her though. So
That's why I would like to speak to her so I can have this conversation with her. But I don't know how to do it appropriately because she's not speaking now.
Yeah.
there is slandering them one. Wait, I'm confused. Well, come up on and explain, please, so I can understand
Well,
every
Kim,
aspect of this.
why do
That
you feel like you need to leave now, though, Kim, when it is you that has been the most vocal and going around
well,
telling everybody that me and my friends are these horrible people? You have stated your opinion as fact, Kim, and that's not right. That's not fair.
no,
In the matter of 24 hours, I have lost my wrench, and Dorothy hates me. And never once have I ever called Dorothy outside of her name or disrespected her. I've done nothing but supported her. But
I don't think that has to do with Kim.
I love you
I
too,
wish
Alexis.
Kim could come up. I really do. Um,
the night that we left your
because I
chat,
want to talk. I want like this is not like listen.
There
Like
needs
I
to be
said,
peace in the community. And Alicia, you're doing such a great job at trying to create a place for this to happen. And thank you for that. I just think some people aren't ready for that yet. And
well,
I'll be here when they're
Kim,
ready for it. That's all I can say.
I appreciate that. And Kim says she cut off Dorothy yesterday. So she had nothing to do with that, Brittany. And I don't want to put other people's business out there, so I will only let them speak for themselves. Or else I would.
I would just, okay, maybe it's not Kim, but this is the thing.
I need food.
Just like everyone else is confused, so are we. Because this happened out of nowhere. I mean, when Nasa and myself, when we were on this panel last time, we apologized. And it's totally up to the other people if they want to accept that apology or not. But it was decided that we would discuss things privately. And that was that. But, and we haven't addressed this. We've simply went on and we've done our new channel. I've done a couple of panels with Melissa. Never brought anyone's name up. And
Okay,
all of a
this
sudden,
Miss Heather. Who is Miss Heather? Does anybody?
Heather?
Is this
Do I know her?
Is this like got
Yeah.
all of your guys' channel? Because I don't want to have it one side. I don't want to feel like people are on the attack.
Who's your guys' channel, first of all?
Well, I don't want to have it. Well, not you
Alicia,
guys', but
Brittany and I have a channel together. Boston is just a sub for a lot of people.
okay. So who has a channel together?
I don't have a channel. Brittany, and I think this is where a lot of confusion's coming from. I mean, there's a whole, and like what it no one like
Kim,
goes with
Kim, what's
other
sideways,
people, you
Kim?
know?
Wouldn't Sideways be
Heather
going
supports
live
everyone.
last night and trying to expose
Oh, she's on
Melissa
pitch.
again?
Oh, now I know why you're
That's
asking who she is.
sideways, Kim. That's
Oh, I see
sideways.
that too. No, Boston.
You never reached out to us, Kim. What did you do? You did another live last night, a part 2 to Brittany MCF, Kim. So do you really want to act like a victim?
No. Kim did a live, Brittany. She asked me if I and Jess
Kim blamed
and
Melissa. Kim blamed Melissa for
Okay.
being the part to
Melissa
create
isn't
the recliner
here.
channel, and that never happened. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Okay, but
I was there.
we don't know. I don't know that was said, and you know, if Melissa was here and Kim to speak for herself, so there's no.
I think I'm sorry to interrupt, but I am saying, because I love you, Brittany, but there's so much confusion going on right now that I think that's what needs to be really cleared up, is like the confusion going around. I get your feelings, but I think like going after Kim or going after anyone else like at this moment is not going to be productive. At this moment, you know what I
yes.
mean?
Okay, so yeah, no one going dry. Yeah, please, and
Let's just
I'm
clear up
sorry.
the confusion.
I
first,
and I don't want anybody going at Kim. I'm sorry. I can't. Like I just like you wouldn't want anybody going at anyone else.
No. But I
up
think
here,
Brittany's frustration comes from a week and a half of being slandered towards, and it's still going on when we offered a conflict resolution and nothing's happening.
What was the conflict resolution?
To talk privately. Like we said a week and a half ago when we were on your panel.
I didn't even know that was a week and a half ago. That was about the cult and what's her name?
that was
I'm sorry I didn't catch that part, but Kim's live yesterday, she had planned. It was for me, Jess, and also TM to come on because we had her on our panels and she wanted to have us on her panel and, you know, kind of, you know, how you show you know what I mean? Yeah. Level it, show the respect. She said she didn't get an email for an interview from anyone.
Who didn't get an email
speak.
from who?
Kim is saying she didn't get an email to speak.
To speak where? What?
I didn't realize Kim and I had an issue, honestly. We talked on panel for a couple of hours. That's why I didn't email her. I wanted to resort things with Granny's watching because she felt like she was attacked, and we apologized and we wanted to handle it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So honestly, that's why I haven't reached out to you, Kim. We talked on panel for a couple of hours.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know Nisa if there was an issue with you and Kim. But Kim, you guys, I'm doing this because I honestly, there is
Alexis.
so much better we could be doing
if we just exactly.
Alicia, the whole reason that I came up here to begin with wasn't even to go at anybody. It was to tell you that because there's so much confusion, and even if you didn't mean that what you said earlier was about any of us. I just wanted to make it clear. Since Dorothy, wherever Dorothy got the idea from, Dorothy has made the statement that we're very sneaky and we have, me specifically, I have manipulated and been overly nice to her, trying to be slick in an attempt to get to her for, I don't even know what that means. But to you and to anyone else that I have ever been nice to, that's genuine. I'm me. When I'm mad, I'm mad. When I'm happy, I'm happy. I don't put any type of mask on at all. I am myself. And if I've ever
I
been nice
agree.
to you, it was because I genuinely like you and I like you, Alicia. I've always supported you since you started here.
I appreciate that. Yes. And
And
I have
yeah,
told you, I have not had an issue with you. I'm gonna be completely honest, you guys, that I heard that you guys like have a behind the scenes like
Right.
chat something.
That's what we need to clear up.
Okay,
That's
so
Okay.
that's the
I
whole.
Can we?
can
Can
I
I?
clear something up then about this behind the scenes chat? When I left
Yeah.
Natasha back in April, there was no awareness community. There was nothing.
Yeah.
If you left, you were on your own. There was Kim and Crafton's channel, Lana's channel, Dave's channel, Lara's channel. Melissa didn't even have a channel at the time. When we reached out to Melissa because of what she was going through, it was through Facebook Messenger. And us ex-mods as a group wanted to support her. So yes, we do have a group of friends that we talk amongst every day. We don't talk
Okay.
about YouTube drama all the time. We don't talk about anything. It's friends talking amongst friends.
Okay.
And I'm not part of that group.
Um.
Not that there's anything wrong with that group, but I do want that specified
no,
because I was told that I was last night. And
I
so I
would
just
be
want that
willing to,
specified. But can
I
I
would
say
be willing to bet money that everybody here in chat and on this panel has Messenger and has messages from their friends in Messenger. People have privacy. Contrary to what Natasha Cooper told us, privacy is a right. It's not a privilege. It's not something that should be invaded. But having a private chat with a friend is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
No.
It's being
I
turned
mean,
into
it's
something that
not.
it's not.
Me, I'm sorry. Having conversations with friends, what we do as a friendship is we hold each other accountable. Did we talk about what happened in Granny's chat that day? Yes, and we held ourselves accountable because we can see how she felt like she was being ganged up on. I went there because I saw I'm a Clover over there, and I knew she was sent over from Natasha. You know how Natasha operates. I wanted my whole reason for going there was to warn them that Natasha is sending people over. And we don't want that in this community, not with ill intent. So, yes, I called out I'm a Clover. The next day, she went on Natasha's live and said, well, I tried. It just proves that Natasha is still trying to pull the strings in the background. And now
Yeah.
here we are a week and a half later, up in chaos, when it all stemmed from Natasha. And now all these mixed feelings and mixed emotions are getting involved, and it doesn't need to be that way. Our awareness community is there for the subs and efforts for them to have that eureka moment or to see the light and to have a safe place to come to when they leave. And that's all I've ever wanted since I left in April, because I knew that support wasn't there that moment I decided to leave.
I think that's all we all want. And that's why when it came to this behind the scenes of this being said, that being said about this person, that one, I was just like, what is going on? Honestly. I I'm not gonna lie, some things I heard about that were said about me were hurtful. None of them from you guys.
So no
But
one's come to you and told you that I've said anything about you?
no, none. I haven't heard
Okay.
So
Thank God.
can I say
anything.
something that I've been wanting to say since I got up here?
Yeah,
This
please
is
do.
where the whole issue lies. The whole issue is that's going on, and why there's so much confusion, and why people are like, what are you talking about me? And not understanding is because there are people that are saying that there are things going on behind the scenes, and everyone's saying it. Kim
Yeah,
saying it, you're
I
saying
mean,
it, Granny's saying it, Dorothy's
I'm
saying
not
it.
saying it. I'm hearing it.
You're
I'm
hearing
hearing
it,
it.
right? You're
Yeah.
either so not necessarily have seen proof of it, but have at least heard that it's going on, right? And then
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen proof of it, that's what the issue is.
There
Is
was
that
one thing I did see, but that's not for me to tell. That's for somebody else. And
yeah.
it wasn't regarding me. Otherwise, I would discuss it.
And I
and
understand that. Like, it's not. I'm not saying like everyone's got to show proof. I'm just saying like some stuff needs to be cleared up, because then someone like last night with what happened with Dorothy, and I understand that Kim saying, you know, we disavowed Dorothy or whatever. We don't know what's going on with her. What's confusing is when Dorothy gets up on panel and she says, we have screenshots, we've seen it all, and then she starts naming names. She named
look.
myself, she named DTOS. She named, well, that must have been separately, but she named
Yesterday.
Yeah, this was last night, like late last night. She named myself,
Yeah.
D2S, Melissa, Foz, Holly, Lindsay. None of us know what she's talking about. None of us.
No.
And I get that she's the one who like threw all these random names out there, but there's also all these other people saying, yeah, like stuff's going on behind the scenes. And these people are like planning stuff or have an agenda or are like trying to break the community apart. And like, who's doing that? And
well, it's
you know
not
what I mean?
fair for one. For one, it's not fair. For two, if you care about the community and you don't want drama and you want us to solely focus on Natasha, and I promise you that that's all we want. We want peace. We don't want drama with anybody. But I'm only speaking for myself when I say that it is not right to go around and say you got stuff on somebody, tell the whole entire community that we're doing these things behind the scenes without showing proof and giving us an opportunity to address those things. If you really want peace and you want reconciliation and for us to get back to focusing on Natasha, then you at least need to let us see what you're talking about so we can address it and move on. Otherwise, you want to keep this going and you're using what you got as a weapon to turn everybody against us. And that's how I feel.
Okay, and are you speaking about someone directly or
Whoever claims that they have screenshots and they're going around saying things about us and they're going live and saying it, whoever that is, you know who it is. If you got screenshots or you claiming you got screenshots, Dorothy and whoever else is saying it.
I don't know
Show
about
me the
Dorothy. Dorothy's never said anything to me, honestly. I never heard anything from Dorothy. I've never.
Dorothy called me.
There was a
bitch
talk.
yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Dorothy called me a sneaky bitch yesterday. I don't know what's and like I said, the injustice of all of this because our names are being dragged through the mud and we don't even know why. We don't even know why.
I believe some of your private chat was shared. I'm streaming from my phone now because my media it kept cutting out, Kim, so I can't pull up anything right now. I'm sorry.
If there's any
Um,
names that you can clear, that might clear up some confusion as well. Because
Alicia.
as of right now, everyone that is feeling like fingers are being pointed at, because two things are happening
Okay,
at the
someone
same
got it.
time. People are saying that obviously they're upset that there are channels like Melissa's or channels like Holly's where, oops, sorry, a helicopter's going by. Can you hear me okay?
yeah.
Okay. Where people
Mm.
are maybe pointing out what?
Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Where people are maybe like pointing out things that they wish were done differently or could be done better or whatever. And like, so like, obviously people are feeling judged by that and are feeling some type of way about it. And they're expressing that as well. Just like anyone has a right to express that on each other's own channels. Right.
And
But,
it's not
but
Dorothy, it's you too, Kim. I'm just trying to
All
be
right, so
respectful
hold on, I'm
because of
not done.
Elisa.
But
I'm
coinciding,
ahead.
I'm almost done, Kim, sorry. Coinciding with that, at the same time, are these rumors being spread around that there is stuff happening behind the scenes that people aren't aware of, and it's really bad, and people are talking about trying to take down channels. So even if our names aren't said, people are kind of insinuating that like we're involved somehow in this. And then next thing you know, we've got Dorothy who's just yelling out people's names and names that I know are not involved in anything. So I think that's why the entire community, including myself and Brittany and Nasa and whoever else is confused as hell in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you're confused as hell, because I think that's why everyone's confused. There's two things going on at once.
I'm honestly
Um,
back in the perpetual
yeah,
state of
there.
what the fuck, be back in Natasha's camp. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so I
That's,
popped up for one purpose. I'm not going to sit here. Listen, there's tons of history with me and Melissa, and I know you guys are friends. Okay, so that's that. And like I said, if we really want to get into like a proof war, we can do that because
I
there's,
believe people can
there's lots of people that have some issues that are happy to talk. So it's not a matter of this, that, and the other. We've been respectful in not turning that into the main issue until it started to come back to us again. But here's what I want to say. Anything that's trying to link somehow what's going on with Dorothy and all these kind of sideways things about it might be me. Listen, yesterday she's all up in Lana's chat. All of our wrenches and on our channel, Kim and Crafton channel, pulled their wrench. Like they said, take my wrench. Our people got out of here. They're not over there anymore. Yesterday, the same time she's doing all this, and then today, like she's sharing Lana's video. She's in Lana's chat with Crafton's exes, okay? She's sharing videos that are calling us, like accusing us of hate crimes and putting them on her, Dorothy's community tab, saying unspoken stuff. So anybody who thinks
go get it all.
this is what assumptions get you, okay? Because anybody who's paying attention sees that not only did she run it and whoever else she's running at, she ran at us yesterday. Like we're done with Dorothy.
Okay.
I totally hear
So
that.
that's
Can-
all I
can
came
I
up here to
ask-
say.
Can I ask you directly then? Who
Yeah.
are you talking about when you're saying that people are planning stuff behind the scenes?
Hang on, just a second. Hold on, Boston. Kim, Melissa asked respectively, can't you just go your way and let her go her way and let us do our
Sorry,
own thing?
guys.
When we stop getting
Give me 1
emails,
second.
Melissa, saying that you are saying things that aren't facts about us because you are painting a picture about our intentions and our sincerity and this, that, and the other thing, then we're happy to do that. My apology to you is on our website right now. That happened yesterday, maybe a day before, I think. Actually, Crafton did it the day before. We didn't put any of your messages up other than you acknowledging the apology. We are not down for like showing everybody shit or whatever, but people need to remember that we are on YouTube. And if we're going to talk, like this person didn't apologize and they weren't sincere, or they did, but it's just, I just really question their intention. It's been 2 months, you know? But this stuff with Dorothy now, suddenly you want to like throw it over my way. It's not going to happen. We were just as like blindsided by her yesterday. You know what I mean? So if when somebody's sharing stuff that is literally just slandering the shit out of me and Crafton on the same day that they're going after all these other people need to start finding the common denominator. Obviously, we all have some issues between ourselves. So
I don't
maybe
think
you didn't
anyone
have
was.
it's
anything
not.
to
So
do.
I guess it's not coming from either of our sides, right? People better start thinking
Right.
about who it's coming from.
But Kim,
Maybe
you
you
said
had nothing to
you
do with
have.
Dorothy, but it was the same day that you and Crafton did your live. So if I was
Our
wrong,
live, I am done with this. Okay, Alicia, I'm not staying up here. This is what
Okay,
I'm
the
talking about. Did
live
you watch
was-
the live? Did you watch live? Because Alicia is our mod, and she was on the live. She was one of the guests. It was her and Tam telling their Natasha story. Period.
I said if I was
Jess
wrong,
was
I
supposed to be on
apologize.
as
You have
well
no
that
ties
day.
to Dorothy, but it was just odd timing. That was
No,
why I thought.
it was odd timing. I have a channel. We had this planned.
Kim,
We don't have
Yeah,
a go live channel. You know, we are not live even like we go 2, maybe 3 times a week, and that's when there's something to talk about.
Okay.
These 2 channels, Alicia and Tam, were bombarded. Okay, the second that they said a word about Natasha Cooper, they were bombarded by her, and not in a position to protect themselves, not in a position to speak up. Their platform is not big enough for their response to what she had to say about them and accused them of. And that was the bottom line. We care about Alicia. We care about Tam. They're our friends.
Right. I care about Alicia.
Yeah.
Alicia, can you
I
highlight
care about
Melissa's
Alicia
comment
too.
to Kim, please?
What do you need me to highlight? I'm sorry.
Will you please highlight Melissa's
My
comment
daughter was-
to Kim?
Yeah, if I could find it. I'm on my
Or
phone.
I'll
That's what
read it
sucks.
to her.
So Alicia, that's all I came up to say, because in the end,
I know.
well, and Melissa,
let's-
I don't trust you as far as I could throw you, and I'm not,
Okay,
and I'm not.
But I won't
on my own
mention
there,
you
so
in craft.
we're
Oh wait,
good.
she's saying she won't mention you in crafted again. And
Well, I
won't
bet she
me-
doesn't want us to mention her. But you know what?
We
She's had
could.
7 months to talk about whatever she wants to. She chose not to, and I'm not going to keep
I
having
love you, Alexa.
Okay.
emails coming at me like, then don't talk about us. But understand that when you do it behind
But
the
you
scenes,
can't dictate
that
what people talk
counts
about in
too.
their
Now,
private
I'm gonna finish.
conversations.
I'm gonna
Kim.
finish because I'm hanging up. I have a kid. I have a job. I have shit to do.
Okay.
Can you answer my question
we-
before you hang up, though?
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I
Nate,
think it
I
would
didn't
clear
hear.
a lot of things up.
I'm sorry, Boston. I didn't
That's
hear.
okay. I just because I'm totally not like tying you to Dorothy. Like I think that's the problem, is that a bunch of like people are feeling they're getting tied to people that they shouldn't be being tied to, and
Yeah, there's a lot of we's and they's. I will say
exactly, yeah.
I have never had an email or anybody who has come
So-
to us to say they've heard from you, Boston, Nate.
Yeah, but
Like there's
see,
plenty
that's
of
what
people.
that's what I'm hoping you can clear up a little bit for everyone. Like no one's saying to show proof, but you have said, and so has Granny, and then Alicia has said she's heard of it, hasn't seen anything, and Dorothy, but we're taking her out of the equation for a minute for purposes of my question, is that you see that you have proof and that you've seen that there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. You've said it multiple times. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that people don't know about, and there are people with bad intentions who have an agenda to take everyone down. And I'd like to know who those people are, or if you could at least clear some names, because that's where everyone's
Well,
going out of their mind.
I can clear names, because I will say this: it's nobody in chat and it's nobody on this panel. We kind of likened
Okay.
it yesterday to the new. People understand and know that, like,
And you've seen everyone in chat, because that includes
Yes,
Melissa,
that includes Melissa, like the
Dear Terms of Service, Holly, Foz,
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes,
But
yes.
we can have private
Thank you.
conversations. That's
Thank
not
you,
fair.
sweetie.
You can't. You're going to go
Well,
after people for what people are saying in their private conversation.
No,
Well,
I think
if
that
it's not- it's
everybody
not-
felt it was personal, and
Kim,
that's
I'm
why
sure you
I
and
will-
Crafton talk about people privately, but we're not going to go dig and try to
We
expose
don't
you for it.
dig. People will send us things, because that's the kind of channel that we've always been. We're not live all the time because we're always looking at a bigger picture. And when things come up like what's going on right now, we are
But it's private.
literally lending our platform to people who have stories that they want to tell. And when things come up, we
No, and I respect that, Kim, because
we
I
don't
think
have
we
all the
need
pieces
kind
put
of like a-
together. We don't have all the pieces put together, but we have enough. And I can say that. I'm glad Boston asked.
Thank
we're
you, because
public.
I'm telling you, Kim, that's where all this craziness has been coming from the past few days. And I get that you don't, because you don't want to say anything without like having vetted shit and without like, I
Yeah.
get that everyone, you know what I mean? And you don't want to
Yeah.
throw names out there, but because you all have been so careful about like not saying people's names,
Mhm.
people are making assumptions.
Yeah,
And,
It's
I think
the
you
there's a
know,
PS
lot-
and
that
that
Yeah.
is
people attach us.
dangerous.
I think there's a
And
lot.
How can
Brittany,
we resolve this? what can we do to resolve it?
I think it's
Because
being
I
resolved.
think it's being resolved. She
She
just said
pretty
it's no
just
one on
called.
panel, it's no one in chat. Like
but
so
but but Melissa is a part of our group, and if she's going to continue going through it,
well, that's
us,
I get what you're saying, but she just said Melissa has been cleared from being the behind the scenes hidden
She's not
agenda
trying to.
person.
Yeah, she's not trying to like. Anything that
So-
I'm talking about is not her trying to take down channels and what. And there's not like some bigger,
Good.
whatever.
oh,
That is not.
okay. So
It is very personal,
Yeah.
and it's unresolved, and it will probably stay unresolved, and that's the bottom line. If there's not continued effort to like you cannot her opinion of my sincerity, my intentions, my whatever, if those keep being made public, then I will continue to show publicly why that's wrong, because we all have a right to defend ourselves. I don't care about certain things. If people would just do their thing, I'd be happy.
I love you,
Because this
Barbie.
is totally my I'll email you, Carolyn. This is totally or Crafton probably will, but like this isn't my job, okay? Like my job, I have a full-time job, I have a kid
Right?
profession.
You're supposed
Like,
to be here
this
for an escape and for fun and to
Right,
Yeah.
meet
and
other
this is very
people.
much Crafton's jam. You know what I mean? He he has a channel. He's more of a techie guy, and so he leaves me to do a lot of the talking, and then we end up talking over each other when he has something to say. It's like this is what we have always done. We've never been someone who holds back. Once we have the truth and things in our hands and it becomes relevant, we talk about it. I will tell you what's going on right now has nothing to do, and that's the problem. There's all these side things, has nothing to do with anybody that's here.
well, Kim,
That's really good to know.
if I step down, would you be willing to talk to Melissa if she comes up?
If Melissa wants to come up, that'd probably be productive.
Okay, she doesn't want anybody to feel outnumbered. So
Alicia,
I'm going
we're
to.
killing it. Sorry,
Alicia,
I got very excited there.
I love you. Thank
Sounds-
you for allowing me to come and rant on your channel again.
Yeah.
Kim, thank
Hey,
you for
thank
taking
you
the
for
time.
I feel bad for the first time I ever met you. I was going at someone on my own channel, and you were like, so thank you for that day. I feel bad. That was my first impression.
Well, hopefully the next time that Nays and I are up here, it's to help you with a case.
Yes.
So
Yes,
And I love you, Brittany.
I
And
love you too,
I'm
Bob.
sorry about, I didn't know what happened with Dorothy and all that, but she's either getting fed completely wrong information from someone, or I don't know. Or I don't know.
Dorothy, if you hear this, I'm sorry for whatever it is that has happened. But I've always supported you, and I have no problems with you. Jessica, I hope that whatever it is, we can resolve it. And Kim, thank you for coming up here to talk to us.
No problem.
Okay,
Is Melissa coming up, or?
I think so. She just doesn't want Kim to feel outnumbered, so I'm going to volunteer to go down.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go. I gotta get going in a minute too. I just had one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I sound
that.
annoyed, and it's because this is good. This is happening.
I like that
today-
picture.
Today I had my work, and then I took a nap because our live went late, and I'm like, I woke up to just like a thing, and I'm trying to like work it all out. A lot of this stuff with Dorothy happened yesterday. Whatever she's doing today, I don't even know what she said. I don't know what anybody has said and done today other than
What's
my
going
lunch
on,
hour.
Larry?
I spent my lunch hour watching Granny's Watching. You know what I mean? So I'm totally out of the loop today anyway.
Okay, well, do I have to de-wrench? Because what's going on? Please don't delete comments. Okay.
I can't see chat.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Alicia. How are you?
Oh,
Oh.
just peachy. How are you?
I've been better.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that we're getting somewhere.
can I say one thing before, and so I can hop off and give room for Melissa and Kim to talk?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm bringing this up with the best of intentions. So if everyone, I know everyone's got a lot of feelings about it, but I'm going to say that I know, and yes, and she'll probably not want me speaking for her, but I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm also going to speak for Holly because I was on Holly's panel and Holly's live talked about it. There were absolutely no bad intentions, no ulterior motives as far as talking about the dead naming thing that happened. Okay. There was a lot of confusion around that for a lot of people. Screenshots got clipped from Dorothy's channel showing Jax's name. You have to remember, not all of us have been around following all of this for that long. I was completely unaware that that name had already been shared. But when I
It's still
found
the
out
evil
about
name.
that, right, but that doesn't matter, like, because that is the worst thing that you can do to
Mhm.
somebody who's trans. I mean, the suicide rates, the murder rates, it's just not something to mess around with. And the point that was being made, and this was totally out of respect for Dorothy. Like there was no bad, oh, look what she did. It was not like that at all. It was simply like she may not know what that is and how that can affect him. And regardless of if that was from a different video that she was playing, maybe someone should tell it. Maybe she can take that part out. No big deal. Like we actually talked to people of social
Can
media about it. They weren't aware that video was back from July. They weren't even aware that that was up because someone had taken over the account since then and they removed it. Like
Jennifer, do you guys know? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you know a Jennifer? And I can't see the rest. They're
Sorry,
asking
say
to
that
come on
again?
panel right now.
What's
Jennifer,
there's
can you
no
give us 1 minute?
ask for
mhm.
ask for tell her you needed
Can you turn your
last,
camera on?
Alicia, can you hear me, hon?
Yeah,
Ask for a
I could
last
hear
name,
you.
and then when you pull her up, just don't put her on screen right away. Make sure you're not being peen bombed.
Oh, wait, she dropped down. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she didn't like that advice, apparently. She or he.
Well, she could come up, just, you and either you and Melissa are about to talk. It's just not a good time. I have no problem with her coming up afterwards. I'm sorry, Boston. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
that was my only point. And I don't think anyone ever said it's transphobic. I don't think anyone ever said that. I'm not sure what they're
Is that
talking
what she
about.
said?
No, someone in chat just said starting off a
Oh,
live
I can't.
with it's transphobic. I don't think anyone actually used those words. I could be wrong, but I don't think you'd describe it that way. But again, like I do completely understand everyone's going to have different opinions and different feelings about this. And I hate that anyone's feeling judged, but I also appreciate that, people should be able to say like, hey, but you should watch that or watch that, because my only intention with like asking about that the other night, Kim, because I know that you got upset in chat. My only intention was because I did not think she knew what that was. And I don't want, and I know everyone feels this way. I think we can all agree. I don't want because we're all lumped together, I don't want any of us doing something that Natasha can use for fuel. And that's, and since then she's used it for fuel. So,
Yeah.
but I just want that to be known. Like people aren't out trying to get each other anything. If anyone's feeling that way, talk to each other privately about it. I hope we can all work all of this out. We all have the same goal. I love everyone, and I'm going to step down and give the floor to MJ.
Well, and before you go, Boston, like, so the other night, I apologize to Alicia already too. That was like the worst day ever. And so by the time I came there, like between not knowing what from what,
Jessica just got. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
You guys, Jessica's on stream.
I'm okay.
Are you talking?
Oh, it's Jessica.
Okay.
I don't.
But anyway, so
I
I
don't
want
plan on
to
staying.
apologize to you because I
Um,
think it was like directed at you, and it was more of a larger scale thing that had been happening. It was like, I want to apologize because I don't even know what I all said, or whatever. And there was a lot of it that was a rant that was not aimed at you. And
Right.
so
I
apologize
understand
for
that.
that because I can't even see
Thank
now.
you.
I think,
Thank you.
but-
I was just confused because I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm
well,
just.
yeah, no, because my first thought
Yeah.
was like email, and we should get a hold of
Email her.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I don't know if anyone's figured out how to email her, but I sure as hell can't. I've tried twice and I got return to sender. So
It's
her email
you.
is misspelled, I think. Isn't it misspelled? Like that, because I think I have
Yeah.
it.
YouTube communication at outlook.com.
She put an
Yeah.
S on it.
There's
That's
no
what I
S.
did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh.
yeah.
okay, well, all right. But I'm gonna hop down and let you ladies carry on. And I hope so far things feel like they're moving in a better direction. And thank you again, Kim, for clearing
Thank
up
you.
that nobody on this panel tonight and nobody in chat right now are the people that are who you or other people are referring to when they say that there is an agenda behind the scenes and people are trying to take people down.
People are trying to take
So.
channels down. I mean, we're seeing proof of that, but it's
No one here.
not ripe yet. But it's not anyone here.
Okay. I so appreciate that because I think that's going to help so many people feel so less confused. So thank you. And I will be down in chat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Boston.
Love you guys. Thank you, Alicia, for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Hello.
I was gonna let Granny go
Alright.
only because she said she wasn't gonna stay long, so I wasn't sure if there was something specific she wanted to address.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, I'm just here to clarify that we did just speak earlier through a third person that we would do this privately.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that you guys are finally recognizing that you did do what was said, what I said you did, because you did spend a week on panels claiming it didn't happen. So thank you for admitting it happened. Okay, and there is other people, Brittany. Brittany could say she didn't, but this person has no reason to lie. And I don't have to put out somebody else's confidentiality in me when you just admitted that you said it, right? So if you said it there, just admit you said it elsewhere. I want to move on. I was told that you guys, why would I come to you guys after what I felt? Do you understand? Like I felt like I was being attacked. So
Well,
why would
I
I come
did-
to you guys now when I felt ganged up? And no, Melissa, you did. And I'm not even blaming you. And I was wrong to blame you because it wasn't you, it was your friends. And the
Okay.
same thing happened here in chat tonight. Nobody else was in this chat. I wrote a word and suddenly you's all coming back to back. And that feels like a gag. Whether you guys realize it or not, you probably don't. But I mainly want to clarify, I have nothing to do with what Dorothy's doing. Absolutely nothing. Literally asked her today, did you call them cyber terrorists? I don't agree with this type of shit. I'm not out to smear you, Melissa. I don't agree with everybody jumping on panel to smear you. I'm not going to do that to you. I didn't like the way I was treated on the nose. I didn't like the way it was told that you guys knew I'm a Clover was going to come. Why couldn't somebody give me the heads up? And then,
We
Nessa, to
knew-
be fair, Nisa, I'm
we
sorry.
knew Alma Clover was gonna come. Did you say?
Yeah, it was
Wait.
stated. Yeah, Brittany said that you guys knew I'm a Clover was going to come on my panel. So why
Oh.
wasn't I given the heads up then?
Wait,
Because
wait.
all of this could have been
Well-
avoided if there was respect for me.
But wait,
No,
what do you
no,
mean we knew
Jessica,
Alma Clover?
please let's talk this out because I do not know
Brittany,
where
I'm
that
trying
was said
to.
that Brittany said
Brittany
that.
said it right here on this same channel. Brittany said,
Oh,
you
okay.
guys knew that was Shaq on
Okay.
my panel, I'm a Clover would come. So wouldn't the respectful thing to do if anybody gave a shit about me would give me a heads up?
Yes, the
Yeah.
same, the
Did you-
same third.
right,
the
but
same
instead-
third- Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not shushing you. I don't know what that is. No, I'm
No,
fine.
no.
I'm not shush. I didn't do that. I didn't shush you at all.
Um,
No, that's all I'm
when-
saying is it just, so I felt really slated, to be honest, because I really, honest to God, Melissa, I can show you my medical reports and I know you don't need to see them. I have short-term memory loss. Your pain
Okay.
was your pain and I wasn't clocking comments and I apologize so much for it. So when I catch wind, right, because now my friend's crying, and that's why I wanted to do it privately. She's also my friend, and she's crying because she feels like she's in this position, and she's hearing things like, she deserved to be doxxed. How's that fair to me? Because I essentially got up to kind of stop everything that happened, but it still happened. But I'm really just here to clarify. I have nothing to do with Dorothy. Nothing. I don't know what is going on with that situation. Not that I don't
Right.
have anything to do with her. I
And
don't
let's
know where
try
all
to
this is coming
separate it.
from.
And let's try to
Can you tell
separate it,
Brittany,
right?
give me 1 second and I will add her?
Well,
Just give me
okay.
1 second.
Yeah,
I
quite
think
frankly, to be quite honest, I don't want to talk to Brittany right now. That's why I
I
asked for a couple
figured
more days.
that.
okay.
You
Yeah.
know, it already feels, and I'm not trying to sound ridiculous, guys, but it did hurt. And I handled it wrong, right? I shouldn't have lashed out. But when
I
I do
think that
have
you
these
handled
people,
it
and they
well.
could
I'm
be
not gonna
fucking
lie.
lying.
You did what you could do here with what you knew. I mean, I still
I
don't know what
think,
that
I
was.
think
I mean, nothing was talked about other than what he wanted to talk about. So that must be like a private thing.
Well,
Okay,
no,
Because
I
as a
mean after the
viewer,
fact. I know that.
okay.
I think there's miscommunication in regards to knowing that Clover was going to come on. So when Shaq showed up on your panel, and there's a lot of backstory, and you're not gonna know it, right? It's not possible for you to know it. But
Right.
in my mod group, we know what was gonna happen. And we knew that as soon as Clover got wind of that, she probably was gonna show up. So through that same
Right.
third person, the intention was to talk to you once the live ended. That was the intention. I left, picked my daughter up, went to the supermarket, got to my mom's because I was going to stay at hers. And by the time I got there is when I got the notification blowing up that this was happening. So there wasn't even a chance to, if we wanted to. And it's not like we knew that was what my fear was, is that she was going to take that opportunity, because that was what me and her fallout was about. It was Shaq.
Right.
So,
But
Well, he had
Melissa,
been on the day before,
Melissa,
hadn't
to
he?
be
Jess?
fair,
That was his
yeah,
second
right.
day in a row.
Well,
he just
that's what I
showed
was
up,
going to
yeah.
say. To be fair, to be fair, we spoke that night that after he was on my panel, we spoke. So I feel like if you guys had that, like, any indication that would happen, or if you felt
Well,
this,
it
I
wasn't
didn't know that
about-
Ecto was Shaq. I want to clarify that too. I had no idea of that.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But all right, so you're right. So you guys maybe thought it. Maybe it was the second day you thought it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
well,
just, you know.
like I said, the story goes deeper, and I'd prefer talking about that part behind the scenes because that's really not like the public's business. But
Right.
No, I agree. I
uh,
agree.
like if you understood that part, maybe you'd understand like what made me at least have that kind of reaction, or the girls had that type of reaction. But
To be honest, I still don't think that type of reaction's fair. I don't think it's fair. If
No,
it was
absolutely.
very, to put on somebody that they put you back in a dark place. You know what the fuck that
Yeah.
did to me? It put me back in a dark place. And
Well,
I
and
had
that's
no
the thing.
clue, Melissa. I don't want to hurt you.
But I disconnected for 4 days. I didn't tell anyone anything. And when I returned, I was being accused of doing all this stuff behind the scenes. I didn't even talk to my closest friends for 4 days. So I don't know what you mean when you say I said this or I was doing this behind the scenes. I didn't. Nasa's up here and she's one of my closest friends. I was gone. I did not go live. I did not talk to anyone. So I know for sure I wasn't doing anything.
Okay,
Well,
so
here's the thing.
maybe
So
it was wrong of me to
Jessica-
assume that you were aware. But real quick, Kim, I just want to say this.
No,
It was probably unfair of me to think that you were aware, but it did happen in your mod chat, and you guys did come up with and make a live about the channel, right? So at some point you spoke to your friends, and you'd have to think I'm really foolish not to believe you were unaware of what they did over the weekend,
No.
right?
Wait. I think we're talking about two separate things.
Jessica, she was
Oh,
unaware
okay.
of the whole weekend.
And no, I didn't
Zero
check the mod chat
communication.
until Tuesday.
There was a
Can
lot
I have
of
a,
Okay.
can I have
of her
a
being gone.
second? I do want to say, like, so as far as like YouTube or whatever, like by far, I trust Jessica. I mean, there's nothing about. I mean, she goes way back on the tubes. Like she's always spoke her mind. She had alts that she's disclosed. I think we all can say that she's a sincere person, whether we like her opinion on one thing or the other thing or whatever. She was there for me because not everybody who goes into their dark places comes and talks about it. In fact, some of us are very opposite of that and we withdraw. And we don't have people that are going to go talk about it. But Alicia and Jessica,
I see why you did, Melissa.
are two of the only three people that I trust on this platform, if you want to know the truth. And they know what I went through. I know what Jessica went through because that was unfair to her. You can say that, you know, you didn't know Melissa, but when you have Brittany coming on panel, and yes, it was said, and I'm pretty sure Alicia still has the video up, it was said that, you know, we knew. So I mean,
that they were waiting for it, but
yeah, the they and we.
But
thing
I
is
will.
getting out of hand because who are we and they then?
Right,
Because we're
and I
out.
right.
No.
Well, and that's what I want to say. I do apologize, Melissa, for strictly blaming you.
Well,
But I
no,
guess that's why
okay
maybe
because I
your friends
stand
shouldn't
behind-
say for you. You know what I mean? Like your
No,
friends were
but
defending you, so it did feel like it was you, and that was wrong of me. I shouldn't have done that.
But that's okay. But either way, I stand behind my girls, even if they didn't go about it the right way, because they did what they did out of defense for me. So it's not, I'm not trying to push them and say, hey, well,
then you have to hold that standard across the board, Melissa. You have to hold that standard across the board.
Yeah.
So Jessica,
right, because
when we
now we're right back where we
apologize to you-
started, right? Because
no.
well,
No,
Mesa,
we're not
to be fair, when you guys apologized to me, I didn't know the other things that were being said, and maybe you guys need to talk to Brittany because she said it further than just your group chat. I can promise you that.
Because there's a
We
difference
did.
between-
We
So
had a
I'm not
discussion
making
the
this up.
next day.
Okay,
Jessica, can I speak, please?
Outside of the group chat. I mean, Asa, you said I deserve to get doxxed. To be quite frank, I don't even know you, and I really don't even care to talk to you. I'm just being honest with you. I would have to be lying if I said I cared.
I'd like to see that.
What?
It's your voice. It's your voice. You said
Not a
Jessica got
tad.
doxxed because she was neat. You said Jessica. Well, the reason Jessica got doxxed is because she was knee deep in the drama. That's exactly verbatim what was said.
I have never said that, Jessica. No, you need to send that to me because that is not me. Nope. And I will not be accused of that without proof.
Mesa is the least dramatic, confrontational person you will ever meet. For real. And
you need to send that to me. Please.
I apologize, but I will say it was one.
Please,
I was told it was Nasa,
and
if it wasn't Nasa, then it was somebody else in your group chat.
You
you guys are in the group chat. Go back and listen to it.
Send that to me.
No, you go back in your group chat and you listen to what you guys said.
Which group chat?
To your mod group, yeah. Go ahead.
With
the
friends.
mod group where it was right with your friends, right? But my friend's in there too, right? And you guys were yelling at her for being my friend, right? This is why I wanted to do it privately, Melissa, out of respect for everybody involved.
And so did I. I did not even know this was happening. I just came on halfway through. This was not planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know. I'm just telling you.
And
I'm just saying this is why I didn't want to do it this way.
I don't want this to be entertainment. Why would I want this to be entertainment? I don't want it.
A lot of people being stuck in the middle.
No.
And us trying to find a way to talk to each other. That's all.
Right.
Communicate.
And we did.
I think there's a difference between emotions of getting upset if your friend is in a chat and they are actively like talking about you in the chat, right? Talking crap. There's a difference between saying, I don't want you to talk to that person versus it feels like crap if you are actively in there while they're talking about you. I think that's where a lot of this miscommunication has come from. None of us would ever tell anyone where to go. My mod, one of my best friends, Bryn, is he still in your chat? He is. I would never tell them where to go. But what we ask is if they are actively talking about you, if they're actively taking jabs, that you're not in there, because that makes me hurt. And that's how we feel altogether.
Yeah.
In that moment, in that mod chat, that lasted under an hour. Okay. So what's getting frustrated is acting like what happened within an hour and emotions were high. And was it handled great? No, absolutely not. And did anyone mean to make that?
Why aren't you going live when your feelings get hurt? Did you just say because your feelings got hurt? Why aren't you talking when your feelings get hurt? You have a platform.
Because I don't make content out of it. And I disconnected because when I feel like that affects my mental health, I'm not the type of person who impulsively goes live. I like private stuff. I don't like my business being on my platform. I respect your choice.
I understand that.
You get emails. You want to do that. I don't. I've had enough of my private.
I understand that
on YouTube.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that's fine. I understand that.
She's talking about when she unplugged for the 4 days. She didn't know any of this was happening. That's the period she's
Well,
talking
no,
about
but
right
it
now.
stopped. It stopped happening. That's the point.
But
there was
Brittany
a-
didn't stop.
Well, I don't know
Brittany
what you
didn't stop.
mean by that. So
Right. And
I
that's why I said to you, I would like to speak to you. You know what I mean? Because you may be unaware. And it dawned on me today that you just may be very unaware, and my anger's been misdirected.
but yeah.
I think that
I mean, I know what you're saying, and this is why it's not going to get anywhere, and this is why we can all just do our own thing with
It
the same goal in
can.
mind, but just stop. You know what I mean? That's it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And
nothing
that's, I
can
just
change what
want
happened.
These active lives coming at each other. One, nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that. It doesn't feel good when there's 1,000,001 lives made about you, period. And anybody who has left Natasha's camp, you would think on this side, even if we don't like each other, we don't have to do that. Okay? We don't have to do that. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. But it also puts the subs in an awful position, because when you are making active lives against that one person, now if a
I
sub likes
agree.
you and a sub likes me, they feel torn. And I don't think that's
Yeah,
right.
but and I'm not. Yeah, and I'm not
Well,
telling them
okay,
to
so
choose. I'm not going and
agree.
telling
I
people
don't-
Well,
if you're
I'm
friends with
getting
this person, you
emails.
can't be friends with this person.
Right. Or
I'm
don't
getting
let me.
I
emails
understand.
These people
from,
over there. That
saying
means
in
things. I'm gonna
Sorry.
up down because there's no.
Yeah, and I'm
talking up
getting
here.
emails too.
Okay,
Yeah.
other
But
things
people
have-
to
do that. But people
I
do
will
that
say
on
this,
purpose.
people telling people where to go, that's not going to work. People telling people where to go, that's not going to work. Being there and suddenly having a whole rush of people coming in a chat the second something's brought up. Melissa Jade, your story is not just your story. It's also Kim Kaufman's story. It's me and Kraft's story.
Absolutely, Kim.
Because we
But
make.
when
No,
you-
I'm going to finish my sentence. Can I do that?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm
Okay.
up here. I can't talk.
Oh,
But it's me and Crafton's story. It was made into the story because we have had so many things said about us that are so misconstrued. It's like, you want to talk about Dorothy. The only thing we ever did with Dorothy is make sure that she had, and then since I guess Lana's done something, or Natasha unprivated it or whatever, but when it's talked about that panel, we were supportive. We were thrown off, we were blindsided, but nevertheless, we were in that chat supporting you. We hopped up on panel to support you. We cared about you. And we were absolutely mortified at the thought of what was happening, because we had no idea that it was you that had been alluded to the day before. And we thought we would hear from you. We didn't. Instead, we started hearing some things. I don't know what happened with you. And I honestly have no clue what happened with you and Natasha, because as much as people want to say me and Natasha were like these great friends, like it was like YouTube friendship. I talked to her on the phone exactly 3 times ever in the whole time that I knew her, you know? So at the end of the day, I get it. Things were emotional then, and they might still be. Nobody can dictate how fast someone heals or what they do with their pain or whatever the case may be. But then apply that standard across the board, because I'm really tired of hearing about myself from other people and from creators on panel who are
so
just
what
gonna
are
not
you
say
saying?
my name.
So if I am talking to someone, if someone reaches out to me and they're vocalizing about you, should I not be honest? Now, if that person decides to take it back to you, I'm not actively looking for people to talk about you too. That's not what, like, I have better things to do. But what you're basically saying is, if that person decides to run back to you, you are going to make an active campaign against me. You are going to bring it public. Do you have
An
any
active
idea how?
campaign-
Wait, let
an
me finish
active
my
campaign
reply.
against you?
Let me.
That's
I'll let you
way
finish,
broad.
please.
I stayed quiet about you for a long
I
time.
have gotten many emails saying that you have been telling people that they can't talk to me. I've gotten many emails about you doing. Have I brought that public?
Then
Have I
show
said,
them,
well,
because
I'm
they're
gonna do
lying.
this?
Then yeah,
But
because they're
and
lying.
the people reaching out to you can be lying too. The point is that I just don't want that drama. But you're right. Your story does intertwine with mine, and I don't have the right to ask everybody, "Hey, leave me out of it." But when you were on Granny's Live the other day, well, actually, it was almost 2 weeks ago. Someone asked, "Okay," because you said we still haven't told our story yet, and someone said, "Okay, Kim, well, what is your story?" You didn't tell your story. You went through my story. You took it as a time to take jabs. Tell your story. If I'm intertwined with it, okay, but you're telling it through your perspective and how it affected you. But you did not do that. You took that as, well, this is how I viewed Melissa's story and this is how I witnessed it. Tell your story, not my story.
Well, sadly, unfortunately, like, you chose to take certain people to scapegoat out of that story, Melissa, because you'd have to explain when our animosity hit. And our animosity hit when 2 weeks had passed and we hadn't heard a
And-
word from you.
I
Not
didn't.
to
And then-
interrupt.
I
and
wasn't
then
friends
things- and
with
then
you. I wasn't
things are
close
being
with you. I didn't owe
misconstrued.
you anything. See, it's
Kim,
I don't
Michelle
owe you,
to me.
and I don't owe you
Melissa.
anything.
But I'm saying it's
Kim
pretty
and
selfish
Melissa.
at the hardest time of my life. You're saying, but you didn't take a chance to reach
Melissa.
out to me. I wasn't thinking about you. I was
Melissa?
mortified.
Alicia wants to talk.
Sorry.
I know it's cool. There's an Angela. I think it might be Fair. I say
Yeah,
PH.
Angela Ferris.
Are you guys comfortable right now, or you want to just continue your chat?
I'm fine with
Are
Angela.
you okay?
I can't speak for other
Okay.
people.
Well, thanks now.
I mean,
Britt, we'll do that privately, okay? Britt, just relax. Okay, sorry.
Hi, Angela.
Hey, I just wanted to come up here for one reason. I wanted to ask Kim something.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, you told me that Melissa was the one in Vivian's ear. And I just wanted to know who told you that, because it is part of the Dorothy thing.
Dorothy. That was a few days ago, and it's Dorothy who said that. And I don't know Vivian that well. I don't know Dorothy that well. Like, I was a viewer of Dorothy's. Dorothy, I
if I'm Lisa Sarah.
always say, she's the one I created an alt
I
so I
like-
could listen to when I was trying to like do my geek program, kind of get my information about because Natasha, because even 2 months ago, you guys getting information about Natasha and the reality of Natasha was much harder than it is now. I think that it's good that there's more people talking about their experiences, and there's all these little interpersonal things, right? So anyway, those two had always hosted the show together. Yeah, I was told a lot of things about
Why
Vivian.
did you tell Angela
Did you
that it
vet
was
that
in
information,
Vivian's ear?
Kim?
Hmm?
Did you vet it, or did you just take it as a rumor?
The what? What Dorothy had to say
Yeah. Blaming Melissa.
about? Well, I
About
guess,
who?
well, because it's Dorothy. I mean, frankly, they're like friends. So no, that was
Vivian has no
that
idea
was
what
that. So
any of that
telling
is
you was
about.
just
Vivian has no idea what that's about. I've never talked to Vivian besides this morning and last night about anything except Thanksgiving and YouTube Premium. So it was a surprise to both of us to find out that I'm the one that is swaying her against Dorothy.
yeah.
You guys,
Well,
I don't know.
that is
I didn't
unfortunate,
know
but I
that
can
there was
confirm.
such an
I can
issue
confirm
with
that that's
Dorothy.
I was going to say, I can't, the only thing I can do is confirm that that's what I was told too. And I don't know. So Vivian, by the way, seems to me to be a very sincere person. I've never talked to her off
I agree.
platform. But yeah, because that's the problem. A lot of creators are at this point not wanting to say, when it's another creator, by the way, to me, that's completely different than when it's like, one of our subs or someone who's confiding. That's not confidence. And at this point, I think everybody should be comparing their information about anything that Dorothy has said. That's my opinion.
And just to be fair, I want to reiterate, because I know it could seem like it's me, but I literally got a message today that she called you guys cyber terrorists.
Yeah.
One thing I don't do is I don't play around with labeling things so fucking serious, which is again why I went on that panel to begin with and ended up getting doxxed, because serious things are serious things. So this is what I said. Silly question. Did you really call Holly and them cyber terrorists? Right? And then it goes in this, yes, I said that when a group of people move together, blah, 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 blah. And then she says, why are they coming to you? It has nothing to do with you. Right? So just to clarify, I have absolutely nothing to do with that. I don't support shit like that. I think that's a heavy accusation to put out there.
Well, I also just didn't
I believe
appreciate-
privacy should be private. I believe that there shouldn't be any of that going online. We're all here for an escape. We're all here for a cause. Let's focus on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
I
other
agree.
creators would say you have no idea the behind the scenes shit.
It's true.
And that's what I've been hearing a lot.
I had-
That's
Well,
why
wait. See, I don't understand what that means, Kim. You just tagged the DeLorean and you said
No,
we will
I-
share what we have with you. Is that about me?
No,
I can
it's
promise.
not about you. So chat right
nothing.
now is discussing
No,
this
that's about
larger
Dorothy.
issue that I just cleared up. And so
Okay.
it is not something that we're going to
Well,
be going
only
public with,
because
but
her
we
last
cross with it.
response said So the
I
problem isn't
didn't
Melissa.
realize that there
Not
was
everything
so
is
many
about. I
issues
mean,
with
this is the problem.
Dorothy.
The assumptions are everywhere, you guys. I am not a
These
warm,
weren't
fluffy
assumptions. This
person.
is what I'm being told. I'm
I don't
getting
know
emails
either.
saying you're telling people that they can't talk to me, and then my other friends are being swayed because they think I'm in Vivian's ear, and I broke up that relationship. So I have to look at what the common denominator is here, Kim. And I'm sorry, but
Me?
that common denominator is that common
Oh,
denominator is
okay.
you, Kim. And all I say
That's your
is
assumption,
I want-
Melissa, and I can't help what you don't know.
That's
But
my
here's the thing:
opinion.
I'm sick of you accusing
my
me of
opinion.
shit. You show.
I'm not
You show
accusing
what
you.
you think, and
I'm not
if it's
accusing
your
you of
fucking
anything.
opinion, you keep it as an opinion because your allegations,
Sure.
my way, and Crafton's way, they are personal, are professional. They go across the gamut. I am not the warm, fluffy person. I'm not going to sit on a panel and be like nicey nice when I'm fucking frustrated. I mean, I'm a
What
bad poker player.
allegations?
Most people could probably tell that.
What allegations?
What'd you just say? I'm
Well,
not
you
going to
did just say she's the common denominator.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm the common
in regards to-
denominator. I just had Brittany J on here trying to say
She-
that I'm the one who gave Dorothy everything. I'm like, where were you guys? This is very Natasha.
I'm
Okay,
not blaming
so
you for
clearly you guys
Dorothy.
watch around for what's said
I'm
about
not
you, looking
blaming
for
you
what
for
people
Dorothy.
said about you, but then you're not watching things. Yesterday's live wasn't about you; it was about victims. So you tell me what the problem with that is. Just because you're
Kim,
Kim, I
mentioned
think
doesn't
you
mean a live is about.
misunderstood what she said.
Yeah, I think you're really
I don't think I
misunderstanding what I'm
misunderstood
saying.
anything.
Kim,
No, what
Kim,
she just said, I mean, I think you misunderstood what she just said.
Kim,
She was thinking you were the common denominator when people kept coming to her. That is what I got from what Melissa just said, not her saying you. At the time, she was thinking that because people kept coming to her saying that. She doesn't. She's not thinking that now.
And-
Is that
Well,
am
and
I
to be
correct,
fair,
Melissa?
I think people should
Melissa's-
go directly to Dorothy.
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely. And
but we
I
didn't
was
even
saying
know it
that.
was Dorothy until
Yeah.
this moment because everybody was talking in code.
I
And
didn't.
it-
Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't
Well,
know
I
anything
wasn't. I don't talk in
either.
code. I mean, that's probably why I'm, where I'm
can't
at, because
hear
I don't talk in code. And I felt like everybody else was talking in code, if I'm being quite frank. And that's why I got so upset. And,
We both
know,
that.
that's,
Like I said, it gave me PST
Yeah.
of Natasha and the lives and
Right.
dreading live after live, thinking it's going to be about you.
Mhm.
And I don't want to be back there. I want to talk things out. I want to work out a resolution. I want us all to bring awareness. Because Natasha started a birthday fund today.
yeah.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
because today's it's
$20,000
because tomorrow's
she
my
got
birthday.
Oh no.
She's doing it because tomorrow's my birthday, and she just wants us to stop talking about the Christmas thing. And quite frankly, it's working.
Exactly.
But
It is.
I
working.
do want to say, the only reason I got upset as I got in, and again, I don't want to rehash it, but it felt like there.
You
And then
cut
I felt
out.
like, well, maybe this was all set up, and it got further. But I don't want to blame Natasha, but it has a lot to do with that. When you don't even know who to trust. When you're hearing like, passive aggressive comments and this and that, and
It's
right, and that's how I
PTSD.
felt, and I did. I felt like everything was a jab at me, everything, to the point where I was like, I can't even do this no more. So I'm sorry that I was so blunt with everything I said, but I was kind of at a place where, like, if we're gonna do this, let's fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, stop with the passive aggressiveness. In hindsight, 50% of it probably wasn't even directed towards me. And that's my paranoia, and I'm sorry. I definitely projected that out onto you.
But that's what happens when you leave Natasha's camp is you don't know who to trust, you don't know who turned on you, who's feeding you information for what, and that happens, and that's part of the process when you do leave, and that's something that
And
especially as a creator. And as a creator, because
And they
people
feed
see
you
you getting
stuff.
views and they suddenly want to be your best friend. They want to either it's like, I mean, it's literally, I've never seen no shit like this. I know why people have mental fucking breakdowns as creators. I get it.
Well, and then certain subs, like certain ones, 99% of them are good, but you'll have the 1% of the subs who, when they see you are having drama with someone, they will run and send you emails and they say this, and that, and then this, and that, and then you don't know what's true, what's not true, but all it's doing is pushing your buttons more, making you more paranoid and getting in your head. But that's because they like seeing it. Not most of them, but some of them, they love stirring it. And that's what they are there to do. And if you remember when I talked to you before this happened, I warned you of exactly that, right? Because it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I agree, and I
there's
agree fully. I agree fully with what Melissa just said, by the way, because that's the problem too. It's like, one, she knows because she was a mod for us. Like, we are block heavy on our channel, and there's a large, don't block. There's and that's fine. Each channel to their own. But there are people who literally wait for the conflict so they can run in and fuel it. And it'll be people you've never seen in chat and things like that. Like, the people that thrive on this are real, and they do serve to cause, when you're already trying to figure things out, or if you have issues, because this is what I want to make clear. Issues that I have with individuals are so much different than, kind of the larger YouTube things, which is what Crafton does. Okay. So of course the people don't like it, but I can see where things got blurred between the two. And that's what I do want to apologize for, because I can see that. And that's because when you're, Melissa, you didn't want people to say your name. That makes it really tough, because now
that would be unfair. That would be unfair, right? Because everyone's stories is type of intertwined, right? But I guess I got tired of people telling my story for me, and that really.
Oh, and that has to do with TT, right?
That happened to do with TT, and if anyone remembers, I wasn't the one telling my story for the longest time. Everyone else was, and then when they were telling it wrong, that's when I stepped up on TT's. I was like, I got to do it myself, because if you say one part wrong, everything else seems incredible,
well, and people are saying nasty things, names and things like that. And that's the other part that really bothers me, is that I've admitted to the things I said. I was never part of, like, when they're doing that T word, I'm not even going to repeat because it's so gross. And it's like, but there's so many different things that were said in Natasha's chats and things like that, where I'm like, your personal life should have never been the issue. And I absolutely know for a fact that we've had to boot Natasha off a panel that we did because we were talking literally about the bigger issue, which is, sharing pictures and things like that without people's permission, and how wrong that was. It wasn't, and it was not about that. So when she comes on and starts using all these freaking tag words, and then anybody that we shared subs with is starting to put stuff in our chat, and we're trying to keep up modding it out at a time when we had lost mods, it was tough keeping up with our own chat. And I think that happens too. If something shows up in a chat and it's not modded out, people assume that that's the position of the creator. And I'm guilty of that. People that have a channel know when you have a bunch of people, it gets hard. And no matter what you're doing, if you're not modded up properly or whatever, it's like things get missed. But so I apologize, because absolutely, not only were people kind of trying to tell your story for you, but they were doing it with these like nasty, words and making this big old joke out of, that kind of thing. I took part in that on the parody panel. I also want you to know, like, when I went on her program, she and I had talked, and she's like, if you want to tell your story, that if anyone who watched that didn't end up happening. The trolls were in thick, know how she rolls. People were interrupting. Any troll comment would interrupt my, sentence. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. And by the end, I was just a freaking mess. I ended up walking out and leaving Crafton on the microphone, because it was impossible. And so that I apologize for, because that's where I really lost my shit. It's like you bottle up emotion for too long. When it comes out, it's explosive with me, and that's the truth. And a lot of times it's hurt. I was hurt. And so we are in a community where it has literally, we have been told by subs, by other people, that they don't feel comfortable even like mentioning what's going on with me in your presence. I think right now it's very, very easy to see that I'm one of Natasha's top targets. You know what I mean? Anybody who leaves there, I think anybody who leaves there and was a mod, another creator, ways of doing things are going to be talked about. She goes right into discredit mode, no matter what she has to lie about, no matter how she has to objectify the person. And like, I mean, you've been there. I am not going to lie and say it's not hurtful at this point that out of allegiance to you, people feel like they can't even acknowledge what's going on with other people right now. Because that's not
I'm
right.
sorry if I made anyone feel that way, because that's not, no one's pain is more than another's. No one. And trust me, the biggest victim is not a title that you want. It's not, okay? And and I just was talking to my girls about this last night. Like, I am truly sorry if I ever made anyone feel like my pain is greater than someone else's, because that's not the case. Everyone deserves to tell their story. And I understand that my story is intertwined with others. I just hope that when they do tell their story, that they're focusing on their story. And if I'm part of it, then I'm part of it, you know, but versus focusing on trying to say my story, you know, in their own words.
Can I
Yeah.
clarify? Because Holly sent me a thing that I said earlier, and I said,
Oh
just
my
an
gosh, I'm
FYI,
sorry,
most of
Mel
what's
Hawks.
happening right now.
That's misinformation. Yeah, no, that's total misinformation. So we have Mel Hawks in here, who, by the way, long term, whatever. She doesn't like Upton. That's long term. But when she says that she hasn't mentioned me in a long time, I wasn't on YouTube today, other than over in Granny's. She was just talking about me like plenty yesterday. So I mean, that's incorrect.
It's not a competition, you know. I think she
I think-
rotates
Yeah,
with
it's
who
not-
she talks
yeah.
to, like talks
Well,
about,
but
you
that's
know.
but that's misinformation. But that's misinformation. Hasn't talked about me in a long time, only if under 24 hours, and that's if she didn't say something today. So rejecting the thought that it's on purpose. Okay. Unfortunately,
guys,
there are
and
subs that are going to talk like that in certain places, and it's not true. It's not true.
I
That's
do want to
not
say
true.
this because I did
Anybody who
not
watches her-
realize
It's not true.
that so
Mhm.
many of you, there was such a like with an issue regarding Dorothy. I did not realize so many
I
of
don't
you
have an
did.
issue with Dorothy.
I didn't.
I don't have an
Okay.
Neither
issue with
did
her. I
Brittany,
don't.
neither than anyone. Sorry.
Right.
Granny.
I don't like the way she handles certain things, and I tell Dorothy that myself. I'm very outspoken, and that's how I feel. I do want to clarify, because
Yeah,
Holly
okay.
sent it to me, that I said to her earlier that supposedly what's happening with this situation. Let me read it verbatim, because I swear I'm not kidding when I say short-term memory loss. Hey, just an FYI, because I
I
heard
mean,
that Holly thought it was her. Most of what's happening right now is going on supposedly by MJ and her crew, the recliner survivors behind the scenes. I think you're either being brought in it by them or not aware exactly what is allegedly happening. Because I was led to believe, as were you, that you guys were behind this bigger thing happening with that. Which is why I said allegedly and supposedly. And I'm owning that. I did say that to Holly because I heard she was upset being accused of being cyber terrorists. And I know I was basically being accused of being behind it. So I was just clarifying, like, I don't think it has anything to do with you. And that allegedly, supposedly, I was told it was you guys. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
But again, when I said,
I like
you know,
Dorothy. I adore her. I really do, and I just
yeah, I'm not
you
trying
know
to
I
ban
didn't
out there. That's
realize
why I
that it
think
went.
everybody should go
Yeah,
directly to her.
I know.
Yeah,
I would
I went directly
appreciate
to
that
her.
if
Go directly,
everybody.
you know.
But I just real quickly, I just wanted to address I really hope that we can have a conversation privately in the future. And when I say we, I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about my girls, because listen, whether things were handled the best way or not, what I can tell you is the reason those girls come in and defend me so hard, one, because they know Clover was a trigger and they were there with me and they witnessed this. And when I said like there with me, I'm talking about every day there with me and listen to me. Okay. So their intentions were never to make you feel ganged up. Their intentions were never to make it feel like a mob mentality. Their intentions were in the best place that they could be, and that was defending their friend. So, like I said, whether that was handled the best way, right? Like maybe not, you know, probably
My
not.
intentions
No,
was to
not
go
maybe
there
not.
and
It was
tell the
definitely not.
friends.
Oh, yeah,
It was
I
definitely
just,
not handled the right
I don't
way.
communicate the best
I
earlier.
respect what you're saying. I definitely respect
No.
and understand what you're saying. But it definitely was not handled the best way, because you guys got to remember, just the day before we were fine, Melissa, and the next day I'm like the most evil person. There's red flags. Look what she did with Natasha, and I was never a mod. And and Melissa, I supported you as Jessica Lynn, did I not?
Freaking A.
You okay?
Everything
Yeah.
okay?
Man down. No,
No.
I'm good.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. It was not handled the right way, but all I
It
can
wasn't.
account
And
for,
we admitted that night. We
right,
did feel
Yeah.
terrible
Well,
that
thank you.
night.
all I can account
I
for though
appreciate
is
that.
intentions. Intentions.
Right, but intentions don't always matter, do they? It's
No,
actions, right?
right,
Well, and you
right.
can't ascribe
Intentions.
other people's. You can't ascribe other people's
And
intentions. It's not possible.
well, and to be
Exactly.
fair, to be quite fair, I think that's something people need to be aware of, because what triggered you, Melissa, then triggered me. The way I was treated for your triggers then triggered me.
Right.
So it's like, I
Yeah.
understand intentions, but you have to be more mindful that it was mob mentality. And I know that pissed you guys off to hear that, but it was the truth. I stand by that. That was mob mentality, and there was no consideration for my feelings. And I was immediately this horrible person when I felt horrible for the whole ordeal already. And so, you know what I mean? Like, so basically everybody went to a dark place that nobody needed to go to if there would have been communication from the jump.
Exactly.
That I'm a Clover was I'm a Clover. That's all.
I just want to say something and then I'll step down. I stuck up for you, Jessica. They can attest that I stuck up for you. I felt for you and I understood them. And I think it was a miscommunication. I don't think anybody was being malicious. I think there's a lot of hurt feelings. There's a lot of people I care about. I mean, I didn't like to see you upset or Kim upset. I don't like to see Melissa upset. I just wish people would vet information that they get from people and not just believe it. I mean, if you have proof, please put proof out. If somebody legitimately,
Well, here's the thing though. I'm not entitled to give. Nobody's owed my proof. I'm not going to take somebody else's confidentiality to prove something. Finally tonight, after several lives, it was admitted that it happened, and that's all I wanted. Just admit that you were doing it. Rather it be in a private chat, rather it be to a personal friend. It was done, right? And
But
it was
by
made
the
to put me
time-
in a bad light, unknowing. I didn't know.
But
I
the-
didn't do any of this with ill intent.
But all I'm saying is that it happened for less than an hour, I believe, in Mod Chat, and then they went on this exact panel and apologized
And yelled at
directly
me.
to you.
No, I was yelled at. And
Okay.
then, and Melissa, and to be fair, you need to talk to Brittany, and I would like to talk to Brittany because she knows and I know it went further than the mod chat. And again, I don't have to show proof. It is up to your friend to be honest with you.
Well, Brittany
Respectfully.
is one of the most kind-hearted people ever, and if there's something like, trust me, like she's not withholding anything. So if there was a conversation, because like again, I think things are being misconstrued between you can't talk to this person, you can't be your friend, versus if that person is actively talking about you, talking shit about you, and being in there and acting like everything's peachy. Like that's where like I think the line is getting blurred.
But
a little bit.
I'm a little confused because what did I ultimately do, Melissa? At that point, what did I ultimately do? Why was I such a bad guy at that moment, Melissa? What did I do? Answer me that, please. And I'm not trying to sound aggressive, but it hurts me because I did not have ill intent and it's still being like said as if I did. So I want to know what I could have done differently so maybe I could prevent it in the future, because I didn't mean to hurt you and it's still being stated as if my intents were nothing but pure, and I don't like that.
Well, I'm not trying to state that you couldn't control what happened on your, but you didn't expect that to happen, right? Go ahead,
No,
Nace. You're
no, I
better at
didn't.
communicating than me.
If shift
would have
happens,
liked
can
to
you
see
chill
a
out and
private
chat?
conversation, honestly. And I'm sorry, I presumed you were going to reach out to us. I just thought that's the direction
Yeah.
we were going to. But for a week and a
No.
half of that feeling that, oh my God, this is about me, the slander is about me.
Mhm.
Like nobody needs to live through that. Nobody needs that. It's stressful. Stress is so bad. Like look what happened to Doug because of stress.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's over YouTube and over drama. It's unnecessary.
And a misunderstanding, a
A
miscommunication.
huge
I didn't do it on
misunderstanding,
purpose.
huge miscommunication, and mistakes that can be handled different. We can learn from them and we can move forward.
Right.
And no, just
Growth
sorry,
is
just
beautiful.
addressing something in Shaq. That had nothing to do with Shaq. Can I just be clear? That had nothing to do with Shaq. Did it cause, if you, and once I tell you the backstory, Jess, Did it cause more of the emotion and confusion? Yes, absolutely. But there is no anger because of Shaq. So just because people in
Well,
the chat were
yeah.
saying that.
I appreciate all of you really
Well, I think that's
talking and
because it came onto
communicating
this
this.
panel and it was Shaq that was brought out. That's why people think it
Yeah.
ultimately.
It was
Yeah.
heavy. And so, Melissa, if you
First
haven't
time, you
watched
know what I
Alicia's
mean?
live, I think that would be helpful. Is it still public, Alicia?
Well, to be honest, I don't watch any lives.
that's
I don't watch any of
fine.
them.
But then if you have other
because
people giving you information, you have to consider that
No,
it's
well, I get screen recordings. I can't sit there and watch you a full live or a full chat because it triggers me. So I know for my own mental
Well,
health that it's best not to.
right. So well, Shaq was like a very heavy topic on that particular live. I was here modding, so
Right.
I can
Well,
say that was brought up
he
a
was
lot.
more responsible than Jess was.
Well,
He knows what he
can
did.
I just acknowledge Brittany's comment? I don't hide anything from my friends. So, I mean, we already know it's one of two people I talk to outside the group. So, I mean, you're not blowing some secret out. So, you're owning that you did it. Thank you. Thank you. It's just so hard to admit that you went otherwhere than just the mod chat that you claimed. This is because Brittany said it. And Holly's live the other night. There's nothing going on behind the scenes. She sat on your guys' channel and said it there. But that's not fucking true. This is why I get upset, because I'm being made to look like I'm a liar with bad intentions, and I'm not. I'm as honest as I can be. I mean, to be for real, I left Natasha for the same thing. She couldn't stand that I questioned her. I didn't come here to wear a mask. I'm not fucking TT.
I'm just
so right there,
because...
and that message, Brittany admitted it. Sorry, I don't know why I hear an echo. I don't know if it's me. I'm sorry. It's annoying.
I don't hear an echo.
I apologize.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
I guess
so
I'm
me.
a little. Listen, I think this all is a
I'm
lot of
looking for the
miscommunication, a
message.
lot of things, small things that snowballed and escalated out of control.
Is
and
that
it
what
could
you're
have
talking
been,
about?
It could have been
No,
resolved.
the other
but
thing, the other comment where she said one of two people. That comment shows that she knows exactly who she said it to, and it was outside of the mod chat. And that's all I want is just admit it, Brittany. Nope, the next one. Keep going. And that's all I want. And because again, I ask you, and Melissa, if you could see my face, I'm looking right at you. I did not mean to hurt you. I will put that on my children's life. If I would have known any of that was going to trigger you and put you in a dark place, I would have never even had a fucking live that day. But it wasn't fair for me to then be put in a dark place for a misunderstanding. And that's why I asked that we talk about this later, because I'm still not okay. The same way you get triggered, I get triggered. I'm human too.
Yeah.
And Brittany has sat here this entire life and said she didn't do it anywhere else, but she just finally admitted it.
Well, no.
Don't ever make me out to be a liar, because my word is all I have. And I stand by it.
I think there still needs to be communication as to what was said and stuff like that, because I think she's saying she only speaks to
I
two
think
people
that has to be
outside the
done
mod chat.
privately, though.
I don't think it's an omission of anything. I think it's just she's trying to
Well, she
figure
said
out
you want-
what is being said.
Well, she said if I said it, I want to be out in it because she only talks to two people. I mean, that's we can play semantics, but that's an admission. I mean, what else would that be?
Oh, Joanna.
Well, no, we already know.
I don't hide
who it is.
anything
I
from my
already spoke
friends.
to that
So I,
person.
right, and that's right, but that we already know that too. And she said, I don't hide anything from my friends. So I mean, we already know it's one of two people I talk to outside of the group. She's admitting it. So I mean, we can dance around that all night. I'm not a fucking liar. To be honest, I'm not even in a place to do this right now, because now we're playing semantics with words. Nobody would say that if they didn't fucking do it. I wouldn't sit here and say it's either one or two people I talk to outside of a group. I wouldn't do that if I didn't fucking do it outside of a group. Do you know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like, own it. Just fucking own it. That's all I'm asking, man. Stop making me out to be a liar. That's an admission without an admission.
Blamed MJ.
I
don't.
Yeah, well, and I've never known Jess to. I mean, Jess, you've been so open. Like I said, even with your alts and stuff. I mean, it's just for what it's worth.
And I never said that came from Dorothy. And again, and I said this to you privately, Holly, and I'll say it again. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Go directly to the person. Well, I'm not playing this messy game of screenshots and private conversations and all that. I want everything to be public. That's why I said all this public. I'm not doing it behind the scenes mess.
Jessica,
you know what I mean?
Jessica, she was talking to Kim about that.
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not in a good place, guys. I think it's better if I just get down, to be honest.
She was
Oh,
asking.
Jess.
I think
I'm
you
sorry.
have done.
Can we
I
have
would
a
like- I
conversation
appreciate-
privately, Jessica?
Yeah, a private conversation one-on-one with each of you, I would love to
Yeah.
do, but I'm not going into a group
Perfect.
chat.
That's completely
yeah.
respectable.
Yeah.
Whatever your boundaries are,
But
we
and,
can
and
respect
I
them.
I feel a lot better, and I hope you guys do. And again, I can apologize a million times, but I don't know what I could have done differently. And I just wish next time you guys would come to me and not kind of follow me around. Like, but I get it. You're protecting your friend, right? I understand. But just maybe
I
consider.
honestly haven't
At
been
what
following you
cost?
on
We
that.
don't. Yeah, I see. I think a
Well,
little bit
no,
of
what
that
after
might
we
be-
got off my live, I was over here and Brittany came in screaming on top of her lungs at me. But you didn't watch it, Melissa, so I'm not going to blame you for it.
I watched
And then
bits
next
and
thing you know,
pieces of
one
it.
by one, yeah, and then one by one, you all showed up in chat, right? So maybe you weren't technically following me, but to me, it felt that way. So I'll rephrase
Actually,
that. I felt like I was being followed.
Majority of the
And
girls are always watching these
and if
channels.
Holly's trying to talk to me in
What?
chat again, I don't have Holly is blocked. I don't see Holly. I don't need to see Holly. I don't
I feel
talk
like-
to you, Holly. I don't fuck with you, Holly. So just leave me out of your shit. For real. I don't owe you any answers. It's not I can't see you. There's people that I choose to block.
They're not allowed. I want Johnson
And that's
too.
that.
Well,
People coming into
listen,
other people,
um,
other channels chat to try to talk to me. It doesn't work that way.
Sorry guys,
and
I
I feel
got
like we made
sidetracked.
progress, and
My
I don't
kids are
want to
calling.
backtrack it.
No, I don't want.
That's
I don't want
fine.
to backtrack, and that's why I look forward to talking to you privately. And I
Yeah.
really like, and the part that makes you most upset with Brittany, I really look forward to resolving that. And because I know Brittany's heart, okay, and
That's fine.
the only
That's
people
fine.
we talk to is our friends, you know, like in that group, and
Right,
these are
that- but
friendships
even-
that went
but-
back months and months.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
Melissa, to be fair, you're saying in that group again. But again, she just said it herself. She went outside of that group. So
No, I
respectfully,
think that's what I think there's miscommunication about. But we'll
well,
continue
then
to
why
talk
would she
about
write
it.
that in chat? Why would she write that in
because
chat,
I
Melissa?
think she was trying to listen. I'm not Brittany, but I think she was trying to say my circle is small. You know, I only talk to this many people, so it's not like it's clearly not going to be any of the ones that I'm consistently talking to now. There's only two other options. I think that's what she meant.
She said
But
if I said who it was, I wouldn't be out on them because she knows there's only two people she talks to outside of your group.
right, she
So
knows
she's
it's only
basically
gonna be
saying,
one of
go
two.
ahead and right. So go ahead and tell me who it is because I already know because I told them because you're right, Jess. I did it. That's what I mean. This is like playing semantics and going in circles. That was a clear omission to
I'm
me.
about to hop down because this is like this is so ambushy, and it's like if people want to use Elise's
It's.
platform,
I feel like we
shit,
got
they can do
did
that, but
good
it's like
things
this
here.
goes nowhere. Melissa, I hope that you got what you needed because it's not
I feel
you. It's not you. I'm sorry that everybody expects me and
No,
crafting to, like,
I really
talk
just
about
don't
what
want
we're-
all of us to be
it's
making
not
lives
you
about
that
each
we're
other.
even.
That's
I think it was
really
just,
wanna-
communication.
We don't all have to be best
It's
friends.
really not, so.
We all don't have to be best friends, but what I would like to do is get to a place where at least we're not actively making lives about each other in any different direction. You know, like we don't have to all skip and hold hands, but at least we could focus on the bigger cause and do it respectfully on our own platforms. That's it. I just don't want to keep fighting. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that I'm
agree.
completely okay with that. Everybody go their own ways. You know what I mean? I'm content on my channel. You're content on yours.
I'm
And
telling
that's all it
you,
needs to be. And we can keep the focus where it belongs.
All right, Alicia, I can't. So you got people fucking throwing questions in chat. So to answer the question, no, I don't tend to record my phone calls. Can
You
I
don't have
prove
to even look at
that-
chat.
No,
Don't even look at
well,
chat.
it's not about that. You have people that literally have never even attempted to
Is it
talk.
your birthday, Jess?
Yeah, ladies, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys privately. Thank you.
Happy
we made
birthday.
progress,
Yeah,
and I
happy
appreciate it.
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank
birthday!
you.
I didn't even know.
Well, is it officially?
Yeah, me neither. Well, it's not
20
official. No,
minutes,
no.
Yeah.
30
26
minutes.
Listen,
And
I
like
got a couple
30 more minutes.
I got 30 minutes to be able to bend over and not hear my back crack 30 times. All right, let me live these days up.
Okay.
I
But
appreciate
seriously,
you
thank you
coming
guys.
up
Have a good
and-
night.
You too.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
thank you.
Yeah,
I
appreciate it.
appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.
So can I
Kim and-
answer the question? Because I'm not going to spend more time away from my house.
Yeah.
Now that I'm home, you know, like, did I record it? Is that what you're asking, Lindsay? Or is that what I guess Holly's asking you to ask me? Is did I record my phone call with Dorothy? No, I don't do that. contrary to popular belief, I'm not sitting here. We don't even actually show shit until we have to. I mean, and there's a reason for that. So I get it. There's some people that think receipts. Our channel specifically, we have to keep privacy until people want to speak out. And we do that as much as possible. When we have to put something out, we redact. We are not here to violate other people's trust. I think it's different when it comes to creators. Frankly, because anyone who's been here knows it's cutthroat. People do some shady shit. It's true. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like, did I record a phone call with Dorothy? No. Were her and Vivian friends? Anybody that was on their channel knows that they were like co-hosts. Okay. So when she says to me that their friend, she's not returning her texts and all this other stuff, I've never talked to Dorothy without her being on speakerphone with Crafton. And we both do that a lot for the very reason that, like, we don't trust other creators until they prove themselves trustworthy. That's just a fact.
I feel like I'm glad you all communicated, and Angela, thank you so much for coming up here.
You're welcome.
I never got to speak to you personally, so hello.
Yeah, it's very rare Angela's on panel. I was like, seriously?
And I'm sorry, guys. I got like my phone. If people are I see people are trying to come up now.
Did you
Brittany
have any
and
other
Shift
questions for me,
happens.
Melissa?
I guess the only question I have is, how do we go about just moving forward? Like, we could,
Are you willing to talk? Are you willing to talk privately? Because I'm the first to say that, like, I had so many questions, and having not spoken to you, who knows what it is that has been said that's not true, whatever. But we had our own situation.
Right.
And things that had never been talked about or explained. So if you want to talk privately, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm okay.
And I would think it would be optimal, you guys. There's like a bigger freaking thing going on.
Yeah, I think
Exactly.
And whether we like each other or not, somehow we all we're a target of Natasha Cooper. And I think the more people out there talking about it, and the more options there are for people that are leaving, because they're going to have preferences on who they like to listen to, things like that. I mean, the more we can figure out behind the scenes, you guys, the more I feel like we can keep it.
No, Holly, they're not.
Wait, you want us to go behind the scenes now? I'm kidding.
No, you know what I mean, though, because it's like there's personal things, guys. That's how it is. If it's YouTube related, that's different. But it's like,
yeah,
I think that there's things you and I can talk about, and it'll just end.
Sure.
Whatever, you know what I mean?
Sure. And I will urge anyone that is affiliated with me, or let's say with the new channel, or just a friend of mine, if anyone feels like they have any unresolved issues or things that they want to clarify, I urge you guys to please reach out to them, because they are the most open they are totally open to communicating, and they are really good people, and I look forward to everyone getting to know them better. But they'd much rather direct communication. And what I will ask is, please do not drag them in for my bullshit. If you guys don't like me, or you guys may have issues with me, I get that. Not everyone's going to like me. Not everyone's going to believe me. That's okay. But don't hold them accountable for my mistakes or anything like that. They don't deserve that.
Hey, Kim.
I like that.
I just want to say real quick, Junior B, again, I'm going to say this for anybody who's come in since, right? I've spoken to Dorothy.
I see all your comments.
I've spoken to Dorothy 2 times on the phone. Each time speakerphone with Crafton, because we don't know her well. Being a viewer of someone does not know you know them. And if you have a channel, you know that. You don't know their intentions. You don't know what they're going, So yeah, I mean, that's that. So when you say keep being friends with her, I guess you missed yesterday. Go look at her community post and you let me know what you think, because there is no, depending on what you call it, like, there's no friendship. I wouldn't call her a friend, because we had talked to her twice. Do we enjoy her channel? We did. I haven't been on there. But she's sharing things that are saying things that are so untrue about me and Crafton. She went at me and Crafton,
Yeah.
Go ahead, hon.
I didn't come here to ambush you. I don't want you to feel that way.
Mhm.
It's just that, you know, like DQS was named, and House was named, Lindsay was named, Melissa was named. So I was wondering, you know, who told you that Melissa was the one that, you know, upset Vivian? Because Vivian says nobody was in her ear, and, you know, that didn't happen. So
Yeah, she was in Jess's chat and said that earlier. So, and I said who said that to us, and they were friends. I mean, that was the whole point of why I think she was brought up by Dorothy, is to be like, you know, because I'm like, Vivian isn't going on her panel anymore. And she said, I don't know what happened with her, you know, but a couple weeks ago she stopped returning texts, and, you know, someone's in her ear, and then that turned into Melissa's in her ear. And I believe her reasoning for that was something about her sharing, you know, your stuff on her community post, Melissa. But
How many people share other people's tabs and things like that? Like, I've also shared Snuffles. I've also shared the recliners. I've also shared, you know, like DTI. Like, there's nothing. Stop looking into things so much. But to start rumors,
let's figure out a time to talk then, because you know, Craft, and like I said, I didn't talk to her without him being there and it being on speakerphone. So we can kind of talk about how it went down and what was said, you know, because yeah, I think there's some explaining that needs to be done at this point, because there's a lot being said.
Right.
Kim Nicole Morgan wants to know if she can talk to you.
Yeah, sorry.
Nicole, I think you're in our messenger or whatever, or message me directly before. You can just message me.
all right, I'm gonna hop out here, but we're good, right, Kim? Because it wasn't my intention to come up here and like ambush you.
No, Angela. No, I'm glad you asked. And at this point, like I said, it's like, I'm not going to sit and like protect Dorothy. She needs to answer for the things she said.
You know, there's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of hurt people. I know DOS was extremely hurt because, you know, they're the most kind-hearted people ever. And, you know, to be accused of stuff, it's just, you know.
I don't know all the story behind it. So I'm sorry, guys.
None of us
about
really know how this
Dorothy
escalated.
So
This came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like, what?
I really support it and care for her. So,
well, anyone who said that, what I would like to just say, and I know this isn't Dorothy's channel, and I'll figure out a way to try to. I actually took the first step in not direct communication. I've never spoken to her directly, but with a middle person to try to do that earlier this morning with no luck. But anyone who thinks Brittany was sent into Dorothy's for any other intent, Brittany adores Dorothy.
Yeah.
And she was given a wrench on that channel. And I don't think Brittany I think she said one time she accidentally timed someone out, but that is it. Like, so, and what I'm worried most is it's not nice when your credibility starts to be questioned. And I feel like that is what I would feel if I was in Brittany's situation. So I would not have Brittany on my channel as my co-host, as a team member, if her credibility was in question whatsoever. So all I do know is I don't know what Dorothy's being told or what Dorothy thinks, but Brittany was not sent in. She adores you. She adored you. And she would never do anything to hurt her channel. She just wouldn't.
And the only reason I'm asking people is because when I went over there, Dorothy was crying and it just broke my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell happened? So I asked him, I asked several people, and Kim's the one that told me it was Melissa. So I'm like, well,
when was this? What are my out of control mods? How are my mods out of control? Larry, I trust. Larry, are my mods out of control? Okay, so she's live now crying?
No, yesterday.
Okay. I don't want that. I don't want anyone live crying ever.
No.
Well, then that's what I mean, because they're friends, you know. And I think if you're just so for me, Dorothy's channel held a really special place in my heart because it's like one of the first places that I went to kind of see what the conversation about Natasha's been, because of course we don't go and look, you know what I mean? So this was a couple months ago, but it's like I watch her most nights, or I did, you know.
So did Brittany. Every night Brittany would watch.
Right. And so this was really like the last, because this is just yesterday that so many things started shaking out, and I'm going, I don't know what happened, but I'm going, ugh. But this thing with Viv, and I'll go and look, and Melissa, I'll message you, and I'll message you, whoever needs to know. I'll find where our first call took place, because it wasn't the last one we had, which was I think 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago now. But the one before that, it was like a week or two beforehand. But that she had started saying then that something was going on with Viv. Viv wasn't returning her messages. She didn't know what was going on, things like that. So I don't know. Something she feels like she put together sometime yesterday. I was in her chat yesterday morning, and it was like normal, you know, kind of normal. And by the end of the day, you know, we're like, I don't know what's going on with her. And then I had the person text me today, and it's like, or Jessica said it was her, but asking, did she call them like domestic terror? And I'm like, oh my God. And so that's when I was like, I went to Lindsay's to see what her video was. And that's when I heard her like stringing these names. And I'm like, wow, like, I don't know.
It's like, it's
a group that doesn't go together. You know what I mean? Like we have had our own issues. So I'm like, I don't know who's trying to turn her against everybody.
She thinks everybody's after her, and then
Okay, I'm gonna look into that, Holly, and a few other people who say a lot of comments have been deleted. I will look in to see who deleted them. I'm sorry.
I wanted to clarify my words, because I tried to come up here when Jessica was on panel. All right, first of all week long, it's never come out to us who said what. All we were ever told was that we were running a smear campaign behind the scenes. And I said, my friends don't know. These people who are my best friends know everything that I do and everybody that I talk to. So I was saying that it's not some big secret. Like, if anything I do, they know. Is all I'm saying. And I think I talked to maybe 2 people outside of the group. So if I have said anything about Jessica, which I don't remember if I have, it's one of those 2 people, and that's hardly a smear campaign. And I don't even recall saying anything. But if I have, I'll own it. I'll gladly own it. But I don't appreciate it being twisted like I'm this big shit starter who has ran behind the scenes causing problems, because that's not what I do. Anybody who aligns with me or interacts with me on a daily basis will tell you that. The drama's not my thing. And if I did something, I'll own it. But don't run and say it's this grand smear campaign that I'm trying to turn people against you, because that's not the case. Not at all.
Okay. I think
are you speaking at me or just in general, or Lindsay?
Just in general.
Jessica said that I finally admitted to being this person that's caused trouble behind the scenes all week. And I was just explaining that no, I haven't been behind the scenes trying to cause trouble. I simply stated that my friends know everything I do. So if it's my name that's being brought up, it's not going to be some secret that's outed, because they know everything. Mm-hmm. And if by some chance I said something about Jessica, it would only be 1 or 2 people that I talked to outside of the group. And I don't even remember saying anything.
Right.
It's hard to convey.
They're saying in chat, Alicia, so this is important. In chat, there's a few people
I saw that
are saying that
I said I'm gonna
because I watch Jess like on my lunch hour at work, I often am not seeing everything that's going on.
Why was Amber's message retracted?
So I guess that she put it in Granny's chat, you guys. So there we go. So if someone wants, can I finish, Alicia? Because this is all confusion over me or what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm being asked to prove something. Apparently, she said it in Granny's chat, like from her Dorothy, you know, her account. So it's there too. Okay. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. If she's telling me who she's only talked to 2 times, I'm positive, because she's everywhere right now. Email me, you know, like we're all seeing it on our channels. I don't know about you, Melissa, but she's done it on me and Crafton's. She's done it on Jessica's. We're seeing it on the DeLorean. She's doing anywhere that I'm coming across where I'm, you know, I only go to pages that I, you know, watch and am interested in. But when I see her, she's been reaching out to a lot of people. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? So if she's saying it to us, I bet she's saying it to a lot of other people, because why would she tell us and not other people? You know what I mean? But I guess she was in a chat doing it. Zenzone, if you can find it, or so if you can find which one it is, or you know which day it is. I wasn't in there for that one, but that's great. If we can find where she said it in a thing, then she needs to answer for it. And it's no longer about who she said it to, because I'm just letting you know. If she said it to us, I don't know why she wouldn't have said it to other people. I mean, that's probably a good indication she's saying it to anyone she's saying.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to think like all these people are after them. I mean, that's got to be a horrible feeling. And I would like to know who's telling her all this and why she feels that everybody's after her or out to get her. I mean, that's horrible. It's just
someone told her that our Recliner Survivors channel was made to be a dig towards her because it's surviving the storms. Like, I'm telling you, we sat up all night and we're just bouncing around ideas. That wasn't even supposed to be the name, but it just had a ring to it. There was no ill intent. There was no maliciousness in there whatsoever, you know, like, so it just happened overnight. It happened to her adoring Brittany, adoring me, and then the next time we went and chat, just bam. So like, how does, you know, something had to have been told there or fed to her.
What is going on in my chat?
Well, and we had the same thing, which is like, you know, she was reaching out to us, and it's like I said, I've watched her channel for a while. Anybody can see in chat, like I'm in there all the time. You know, it's like up until yesterday morning, I left abruptly. I was done, and I'm like, okay, so it wasn't anything serious. But as the day unfolded, it became more and more like, you know, from me and Crafton's position, we're getting all this because, of course, we don't know, you know, what you guys are getting. But it's like something happened, and her opinions of people started changing, and I don't know, but we were part of that. Like, you know, her thing towards us like changed too. Boston. So I guess she said about Vivian and saying Melissa got in her ear in a chat, like publicly typed it in a chat over.
So whoever this person is that's in her ear, or people or whoever, sounds like they're turning her against the entire community.
Yes, that's what that's my thought too, because, you know, like I said, if it was just them, then I can, you know, if it's just this group or that group or these friends or those friends or me and Crafton only or whatever, I mean, that's, it all kind of goes to the underlying thing. But I'm like, that's what I was trying to say too, and I don't always word.
Wait a second.
It's actually like this late at night, but I'm like, when you're lumping us together and you're looking at who.
Can I address something really quick? Did I make a threat to throat punch Natasha? An idle threat? Change the charity fund? Who are you, Rhonda Adams? And no, a throat punch?
Alicia,
really?
That has to be a troll.
Yeah. A throat punch. Okay. Could we just block her? There we go. Sorry. I had to address that because, like, come on, really? Keep trying, keep reaching.
Yeah.
And that is the main, like, that's a thing that we all need to, like, we have a big issue at hand. And that's why I wanted us all to come on here and communicate, really, because we don't have to agree. Like I said, I respect, and I can't say this enough, I say it all the time, I respect all creators besides one, Natasha, and maybe another. But you know, he's flip-flopping. I don't know. But I respect them as creators, all of you. I respect you all and subs, but it does not mean I agree with everything everyone does, just like you don't as wouldn't me, you know? I
Mhm.
wouldn't expect that. So I'm glad that we were all able to sit up here and communicate and it not be screaming and yelling and something actually productive be done.
A little screaming and yelling, just a little.
I was
A
gonna say,
little, yeah, there was a little.
anybody who knows me knows that that's sort of how I am, and I get like that, and I know it offends some people, and I apologize.
No,
But it's not something I can change about myself. It's like I come from a long line of passionate, over emotional people,
yeah.
and then add to it, like it's like hurt always comes out of me as anger first, and that's just it's how it is.
And I understand that. I do.
So I don't want to
Honestly,
offend
I'm the
anybody. I'm
opposite.
sorry, you guys. Like, the yelling caused anybody to feel like overly attacked, because that's not.
Well,
I feel a bit
Actually-
intimidated when there's yelling.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
gonna
sorry.
lie.
Everyone has
And I know
different-
people come from, places where that's.
Well, we all come from different places, right?
Yeah.
So there's no
I
way
mean-
to know that
I
either.
mean,
We just
well,
need to
I mean-
celebrate our differences.
Yeah, and I'm here in Jersey. You have to talk loud to talk over the person you're talking over who's talking over. You know what I mean?
We
And I'm
noticed,
the
Kim.
polite Canadian who
Mhm.
tries not to interrupt.
Yeah.
Shar, just
You hear how good
I,
me and Crafton are at that, by the way. So
I just wanted to address Shar just real quickly because I saw you ask. I think she meant your friend is my friend, meaning they have a mutual friend, but we're not going to disclose who that is because I don't think it matters. I think we're going to pursue
Yeah.
this privately with Jess and try to figure it out.
And that's how it should be done.
Yeah.
Um,
It probably was a
And I-
typo, to be honest. Well, Britt, you could tell me. Yeah, I forgot you were up here for a second. In the chat, you said, your friend is my friend. I don't see you saying your friend isn't my friend. She may not be
Oh,
listening.
the person who showed screenshots of our personal conversation.
Oh, you said
that
it
was
isn't your
all.
friend?
Our friend, we have
Yeah.
mutual friends with Jessica. That's
Yeah.
all I was.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably, if she said isn't, that's probably because it was a typo, I'm assuming. But yeah,
Yeah.
nobody else needs to know, and I'm not going to drag her into it. So we'll figure it out behind the scenes. And yeah,
I
thank you.
trust Larry.
All right, you guys, my baby needs a nap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate this, and I feel like it's productive, and I'm glad.
I love you. Lady.
Make sure you guys do reach out to each other and actually
Yes, definitely.
stick
Kim,
with
did
what
you
you're
want to
doing.
email? I didn't know if we need to talk
And,
about it, but
Ian, do you have anything that you want to say? Otherwise,
Who, me?
yeah, you've been pretty quiet.
Yeah. I just want to say, it put me in a tough spot, and I know it puts a lot of subs in a tough spot when everybody is fighting, because I love Melissa and X Mods. I support Jessica and Kim, and everybody's
Yeah.
fighting. You don't know where you're supposed to be or where it's going to upset somebody, and I know that it puts all the subs in a tough spot because it hurts them seeing everybody fight. And it really, the direction of everything was lost. It's supposed to be about Natasha, people that she's hurt, and all the focus
Yeah.
has been on, and I realize a lot of people hurt, and maybe there's some resentment, but I wish everybody could work it out behind the scenes and, at least come to some kind of truce to where, everybody's not fighting and hurting, because I've heard Kim cry, I've heard, Jessica cry, Dorothy, I still don't know what's going on with her, but it hurts. It hurts to see all these people that I like so upset.
And Natasha loves it too. Besides putting the subs
Yeah.
in a horrible place, like she's capitalizing off this exact thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
hmm
But now she'd see that we sat here and communicated like grown women do. And you guys will reach out to each other and do what you need to do privately. And that I respect that. And I'm just glad that we all could get to this place and realize that there is a bigger situation at hand that we all need to come together regardless our differences, like Ian said, and get that out there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Shar. My brain's not working. I haven't slept yet, so I may misunderstood the message. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like falling asleep because I'm tired. My brain's not functioning, but thank you, Alicia, thank you for letting us come up and discuss it. I do appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming up,
Yeah.
you know,
Thank you.
and Kim too.
Hmm.
You know, I'm sure this wasn't easy for any of you.
No. Yeah. No, it's not, but you know what? It's about it's not about you. No one wants to go tit for tat for what, leading up to this point, because there's a lot of emotions involved, and don't want to make anyone feel invalid, because even if you didn't mean to do something, their feelings were real if they felt a certain way, right? So it's just
Yeah.
about how do we fix this moving forward and prevent just all the back and forth. That's it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that is where we go to the person and speak to them directly instead of this dragging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you all honestly coming up and doing this. And Angela, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you.
Kim, thank you. And I'm very proud. I'm like a proud mama.
You should be. Alicia, you did really good. You did really good. Okay.
Thank you.
Nace got bumped, so I'm going to give Nace's exit. She's going to say thank you, everyone, and she loves you all. And thank you, Alicia. You did a wonderful job. That's what she would have said. Something along those lines.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Kim and you guys, thank you. Kim, you did great. I really.
I don't know.
You did. You really did.
Okay. Have a good night.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Take care. Bye.
Night.
Bye. All right. It's just me and you, Ange. I appreciate you coming up and I really, sharing your view on things as well. Like I said, we see each other in passing, but I've never really got to speak to you.
I watch you. I watch you.
Oh, well, thank you. I really, I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you gave everybody a place to hash it out, and I hope everybody resolves everything, because it's just been horrible.
I thought it needed to be done because it was only getting worse.
And I don't know who's close to Dorothy, but please, somebody reach out to her and find out.
Yeah, I have. I've reached out, but I think she's live. So.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see what's going on.
Good.
Because I don't want anybody to feel attacked, especially from my panel directed towards her. I don't want her to feel attacked at all. I didn't know that so many people had different things going on with her. Otherwise, I would have definitely got a hold of her sooner.
Well, I know some of the things she said was hurtful to people, but then again, you got to think that somebody has put this in her head, and now she feels like, she is a target of some sort, which is horrible for her. So, I just wish it'll get straightened out. So,
what's that supposed to mean?
What?
Fire attention. Alicia, attention. Fire. Where's the fire? Can we put good mojo out? What? Oh, good mojo. Where is the person? Okay. Mods, can you handle that? Good mojo, please. Out. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Holly, for that fire. I like that. I was like, where's the fire? But and ask for anyone in my chat, that if they got deleted or anything. I didn't get a chance to put it on slow-mo because I just switched to my phone. So I'm gonna go through and definitely make sure that everything is good. And let me see. Okay, Gladys. I was told to rent you. I will do that though. Hold on, let me do it right now. There you go. Okay. Okay. Well, I thought it was productive.
I thought it was somewhat productive, and I'm going to encourage everybody to reach out to each other. So,
Yeah, I really hope so.
and you.
Well, I hope everybody has a good night. I am tired. And again, thank you everyone for being supportive of all these women. And I'm sorry, I'm getting messages. Being supportive of these women and just showing that there is something bigger that we have to maybe set our differences aside to get to what is the issue and the bigger problem. And
Yeah.
we all know what that is.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to go check out her new birthday fundraiser. Like,
Oh my gosh, don't even.
oh yes, it's like got a $500, goal on it. I think it's ridiculous. So while everybody's fighting, she's trying to raise even more money. Like, she's already at like $29,000. So what's $500 more of her subs money?
She's disgusting.
Oh, the queen.
No, I can never be right. I guess I'm never right, guys. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I try my hardest and nothing is ever good enough.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing, just, it doesn't matter anymore, honestly. Okay, you're fired, Gladys. That's why I modded Gladys, okay? For okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this live because I got some things to handle now.
All right, you did a great job, Alicia. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I don't feel like I did because I'm getting cussed out. I feel like I can't do anything right.
I wasn't
all right, you guys.
I wasn't even watching the chat.
I couldn't keep up with the chat. I have to put it on slow-mo. I had to switch to my phone. I could not see the chat at all. I'm sorry if anything that was offensively said to anybody in the chat, especially to anybody that I really care about. I couldn't get to, for some reason my laptop it's acting up ever since freaking what's it place freaking did all the diagnostics on it. It's been running like crap, so I have to take it back in. But I'm literally streaming from my cell phone right now, my iPhone 13 Pro. So I can't do StreamYard and chat at the same time because I don't have my laptop. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard right now. I modded who I could and who I could trust, and I was told to mod Gladys. And I don't know. I feel like I can't do anything right anymore. All right, you guys.
You're good. Thank you, Alicia.
No problem. Thank you, and I hope to see you around some more. I want to.
Okay.
I'll come your way too.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Have a good night.
You all have a great night, and you have a good night too. Oh man, I have to end my stream on my phone. Crap.